Hello, everybody. We're back. Sorry we're late. Again, of course, I'm always late, so we're just staying a little bit true to form here. But welcome back to the good old unhype of Wheel of Time season 2. I guess we're gonna keep doing this because, I mean, there's nothing better than being unhyped for something that's going to be terrible. I am actually a little hyped because I'm ready to destroy the freaking hell out of it. But yeah, I am of course joined by the crew. This was sort of put together last minute, so I wasn't able to get sort of a guest lined up, but that's okay. We're gonna be winging it as usual, just because. I don't know if anybody's noticed. I sort of disappeared for a little bit here, so I've had some personal stuff going on. So hopefully we're gonna get back on track here as of today with the news and everything else. So, but yeah, so obviously Nerporio's back. What you got going on, my bud?
What do I got going on? Well,
Yeah,
I'm in the video editing of that show. I just won't shut the hell up about that Legend of Galactic Heroes. So
yeah.
it'll be up this week, and hopefully it'll get you hyped to watch it. And if you need a way to watch it, I can direct you to it. And if you're looking, but I mean, that's what's missing now is a good space opera epic where men are men and young men in this show. Young men take center stage, and they stamp out all the old men to stop a war. Simply, that's all. That's what it is. It's told in an epic way, and nobody's safe. But that's what I'm working on. And there's going to be some book porn.
I was gonna say you got some book porn. I know that. So, but cool, man.
And not just that.
Go ahead. No, go.
Do it,
man. You got all the books now, man. You're getting all the shine.
You're hot. You're hotter than Vanna White with that, dude.
Hell yeah, Vanna's asking for more money too. Maybe you should write in Nerporeal, see if you can replace
cover the circle. Cover the circle.
There you go.
Cover the circle.
Nathan released a video, brah.
I know. Right?
Whoa,
Alina, hey.
I know. How about that, huh?
Yeah, it's doing pretty good too. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Did he just eat himself? I didn't touch. Man, he was that excited. He's gone. Holy crap.
I'm going to shout some people out real quick. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There's a Galactic Heroes remake. Elena is here. Your Barmy's here. How you doing, Barmy? Mahalander is here. Trip is here. Foo, love you. Miss Martin Muse is here. Nathan is back from Mars. I think we yeeted him to Mars. There he is. He's back. Reportedly yeeted him to Mars. Robert Moore is here. What's up, buddy?
I went to switch from private chat to comments in this window, and my mouse for some reason moved all the way up into the top corner. I just closed the son of a bitch down.
Max is here. What's up, Max? Mr. Zip, and hopefully more will stream in here as we're going. Thank you all for being here. Hey, Eldov.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Eld. We're gonna call you Eld. Thank you. I'm glad you caught us live, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. So Nathan.
Yes.
Let's not eat you to Mars. You made a video. How's it going?
He's got to go. He actually has books being delivered right now, and in private chat it says, "Be right back."
I'll go grab them after I say this.
Okay.
Things are going well. The video is doing fairly well for my channel size, and got a lot of good comments on there. And it was actually kind of fun to just sit there and laugh about fingernails and swords, because that's for some reason an actual thing being put on a television screen.
Oh, okay. So Eldad VG. All right, Eldad.
Okay.
I like that. Dad is so I can relate. So I'm gonna call you Eld anyways, if that's okay. I like it, Eld. So hopefully we get to see you around more. That'd be great. So Wakazashi's here, Mr. Gray, Lyle Hammock. How are you, sir? Good to see you. So big timer over here in the bottom right. Caught a big fish. Had a big stream. How you doing, sir?
No.
I know you're
I'm alright. No. I've known Disparu for a long time.
I know.
It was a fun stream. It was a fast stream. Thanks everybody for being there. And as ever, thank you to Disparu for being so generous with his time. We had a good conversation afterwards that I wish I would have recorded as well. But thanks to everybody too who checked out my video today. Great comments, you guys. It's remarkable. It's just remarkable the insights that so many people have, and I'm just grateful for that. So, and Steve, thanks for being here. And what should I say? Thanks for letting me be here, or whatever you want to say.
I'm sorry I missed it. As I said, I know. A small apology to everybody. I have disappeared. I have some personal stuff which the panel knows about. Hopefully it gets resolved here soon and things go back to normal. So, but yeah, so we're not here to talk about that. We're here about to talk about this garbage fire that is the Wheel of Time and the Wheel of Time Season 2. The Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime, just, all together. Now, I know you sent me something, and I wanted to start because I feel like this needs to be addressed because I feel like we're right into we're right into excuse mode already. There was, you sent a few things. I when I woke up, because I'm on overnights right now, there was like 50 chats in our special little chat log that we're doing. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, what did something are we in the apocalypse? What happened, right? So I'm scrolling through it. The first thing that popped out to me. Oh wait, here, Nate. Let's start with that. Hold on, and then we'll get back to what I'm talking about. Let's blow Nate up here. Are these the final ones?
Yep, these are the final ones. Just got them in literally about 5 minutes ago. So,
ooh. Yeah. I think I got to make sure I don't forget to order them. Who's that guy?
That's Loyal.
What? I don't think that looks like a
I mean,
troll.
And there's Rand. He doesn't have a buzz cut.
Who's Rand?
Wow.
And I do believe that would be Matt, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Matt.
I mean, look at this artwork.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at
Moiraine.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Oh my God.
Lan.
It's Lan.
Yeah.
Like a man. Hell yeah.
And Chuck Dixon didn't just pull this out of thin air. These were very detailed notes given directly by the author himself, Robert Jordan, to create these.
What is this down here? This is supposed to, all this stuff should be underneath a throne in Faldara.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, a throne under her throne? His sister's throne? Oh, so Napoleon's got his own.
Look at this.
Bringing this out. Oh, he's got the same thing.
Oh,
yep, he's got the same.
I gotta get on track. I didn't order mine yet, so I have the rest. I gotta get my book pouring now. I gotta get my book pouring on. I did. So real quick, I did con my father into starting Dresden, so I could steal all his hardcover Dresden books after he orders them. So don't tell him. If you haven't read Dresden Files, read Dresden Files. Really good.
Yes.
Is this supposed to be? Is this supposed to be Gawain right here? This guy? Or is it Galad?
It's probably Galad and
Gawain.
Morghese. Is that Gawain?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably Morghese, I would assume.
I thought that was Elaine.
Is that?
I have another question. Why
Elaine should be strawberry blonde, right? So,
all right, I got another question. Why is and I'm gonna say her name the way you pronounce it, Steve. Eladia. Why is Eladia wearing green? I thought she was red.
She doesn't have to wear red. She's not a Power Ranger, brah. She ain't a Power Ranger, brah. That's why you have a shawl, brah. You put a shawl on it shows you a red odd job, brah. Come on.
Do me.
Do to you. Okay. All right. There we go. Salty's book porn. I don't have any. Sorry, guys, but.
So this is the Eye of the World was originally released in 2 parts, and these are the 2 parts to the Eye of the World. And I just got this from a Canadian seller on eBay. I'm really stoked to have these. I've wanted this 2-book collection for quite a while. So, yeah,
sweet. So I see a few. So man, I feel left out. I don't have any book porn. So I'm going. Dude, that was good. You swished it away. So
I shushed you away.
You shushed me away. So real quick, I mentioned Dresden. If you haven't read Dresden, we're getting some Dresden love in chat. Dresden Files is fantastic.
I'll give Dresden some love. I've read the first 2 books.
So good.
I've taken a bit of a break, even though I didn't really need to, so that I could get started on the Belgariad. But once I'm done with the Belgariad, I'm jumping right back into 3 because it is they're easy reads, but they're good. And I've heard that the first 3 books are kind of and the rest of it is amazing.
So I wouldn't say the first 3 are not the best. I still love them all. How you doing, Cage Corey? Thank you for being here. I don't think there's a Dresden book I don't like. I like them all, just like you said. And the best thing is they are easy to read and get through and get into, and they grip you right away. It's almost like reading an episodic TV show, because you have your main plot through point in each book, and then you have the overarching story that's happening, and then you'll get a book that actually brings that to, and then it continues, right? So I can't, this isn't I would love to talk Dresden and Cosmere on the channel. Hopefully we get there at some point, because I love both of those things. But I do want, since Eld is asked a question of us real quick, I think that's a good place to start. And then I want to come back around to what I read in my text messages when I woke up, because I think it needs to be addressed. I'm not sure if you know what in particular I'm talking about. You probably do as soon as I say it. But Eld, my man Eld says, I have a question for you guys. If you're given full budget and control over the show, you can't erase season 1. How do you bring it back on track?
Oh, easy. That's actually easy.
So Salty, you go first.
I would have that Moiraine has been under the influence of Lanfear or another Forsaken, and all this has been tortured and misled. And that way you could recast a lot of things and do a lot of things and just kind of have her go off and keep kind of having these flashback nightmares of what it could be. And those flashback nightmares are literally season 1. And I'm going to predict season 2. That's how I do it.
Yeah. So what about you, Nate? What do you think? How because I have an idea. It's probably, and I'm going to try and not erase, because so go ahead first. I'll finish my idea.
The only way that I could do it, because season 1 is so sporadic and just is like a fever dream out of a malaria nightmare, and can't tell a cohesive story, I use that as a basis to introduce Flicker throughout the second season and start over.
That's genius. This whole thing was an alternative timeline, dude.
Lyle, I see.
Clap. Golf clap.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. Yeah, so Flicker's a great way to start stuff over. But what about you, Nerporio? You got an idea? Because I have an out there idea. I'd be curious what you guys think. But how would you get back on track?
Well, I mean, you can't fix the fact that the Horn of Valere was under a throne and that you killed Agomar. And I don't care what Rafe says. He fucking the Loyal is dead. As far as that last,
he's dead.
He's freaking 100%. Dead.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be Pips's miraculous book is in the pocket type of deal. I think that the best way to do it is to life is but a dream. Just like Salty, just like Newhart. If you guys remember the show Newhart back in the day, how he woke up at the end of the series is it was all a fucking dream.
Yeah, Bobby Ewing.
Season 1 was nothing, and so I'm with both of these gentlemen down here. The only way to really change it is to, these were based off of Moraine's preconceptions of what the two rivers would be, and for some reason she thought it was a melting pot, even though it's supposed to be isolated from everywhere else. Like heck, the tax people from Andor don't even go to collect taxes at the two rivers. That's how isolated it is. Yeah, I've read the books, or I read the first 3 books to know that. So, but but
right.
They could, that's what I think.
Okay, and before I give my take, Colorado Ant Keeping, thank you for being here. Nobody is talking about this show. Even the Night's Watch really doesn't seem to care, even though it's really, they even really criticize it much. Not worth the effort. That's exactly that sort of, I think, goes into what I want to talk about after my take. Now, I am going to go, because the best way is just to erase it, start over, right, in some fashion. But I'm gonna go a little bit outside the box. So what you do if you really can't erase season 1, okay, you have Lan show up at the Eye of the World right after the events of what happened there. Lan knocks Rand out, grabs him, says he can't go by himself, can't go off on his own, he's a Dragon Reborn. Moiraine realizes she can untie the web of whatever stilling or shield's been put on her, or actually no, never mind. They go back to Faldara. just at the same time as Suan is coming up with the full might of, with her entourage. Suan unties whatever's happened to Moraine, so she's back to full functionality. The crew is all back together. Suan throws Matt on the ground and says, reams Moraine for trying to take the poison out on her own. She was unsuccessful. So Matt is now back, and she's brought sisters with her to cleanse him fully, but they needed the dagger. Well, on the way in, they captured Fane, killed the Fades. They throw Fane in the dungeon. They now have the Horn of Valyr and the dagger. They then do the dagger poisoning ceremony, and then you just start the Great Hunt from there. Everybody's in Faldar where they should be, and you go. That's how now, of course, you still have to live with season 1 that way, but if we had to live with season 1, that's how I do it. You just basically get everybody to Faldara and then start the events of the Great Hunt from there and go. So that's how I would rather what these gentlemen said, erase all of season 1 in some fashion, and go from there. But we have a few member chats real quick here. Thank you guys. Lyle Hammock, how long? Let me see here. I know you've been for 8 months. You've been an Asherman. Thank you, Lyle, for the support and being a member. Hope you're all having a great evening. I must say, as brain-numbing and as terrible as Wheel of Prime is, it does allow me and Salty to come together in our mutual hatred of it, even in our token debates. It's true. It's true.
All we are saying is give peace a chance, unless it's Rings of Power, and dude, we're never going to agree on that.
And nuke that motherfucker.
Dovey should have his Kalendor. Dovey, 12 months. Yes, Kalendor is mine. Where's your chat? I gotta see the little thing. Say something, Dovey. I want to see your calendar.
The little thing. He wants to see your little thing.
I want to see. No, it's a big thing. It's a calendar.
Yeah.
Salty, thank you. Gifted 5 more memberships. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So Elena Duncan, Evil Horn Rat, A Nathan. So I guess I'm assuming that's you.
Yeah.
The Bubble Boy and Constrained Acronism. Hey, Constrained Acronism. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you and thank you all. Now you guys are all dragon sworn and can fight for the dragon.
Let me say this.
You're welcome.
How funny would it have been if that guy who was a troll in your stream last week got a membership?
That'd be great.
No, he got. I muted him.
I know, but it would have been funny. It would have been funny. It would have been almost as funny as Steve eating mayo.
Yeah, well, True. Jesus. If I get a $50 soup, I'll eat some more mayo, okay? That's a little bit better than all those memberships, I guess. I made them.
Oh, I'll take that money right back, dude. You're going to talk like
no,
that.
No. I'm just saying, man.
I'm breaking balls.
You know how bad it was eating that mayo? I gotta put. If I'm gonna say stupid stuff that gets me freaking to eat mayo, it's got to be a big one. So Cajun Corey, if you had something you wanted to say, buddy, thank you for the $4.99. Just throw it in chat and we'll read it out for sure. Trip has also been a member for 4 months. Without Wheel of Prime, I would never have discovered my fetish for Nathan's beard. Well, there you go. Hello. Well, hello. So
if loving Nathan is wrong, I don't want to be right. I just want to say that again.
Yeah, that's right.
There's Kalendor. Boom. The first Kalendor in chat. We're never gonna see it in the show, so we can see it in my chat now when Dovey is here. Dovey, thank you so much for all the support, man. I know we've talked in messages and all that stuff. I hope everything's going well, buddy. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you all so much. It helps when stuff is, it helps to talk, especially when things are not great. So thank you everybody for being here. We got 30 people in chat again, so thank you so much. Now, what I want to talk about real quick, and I see you have something up, but
is that what you wanted? Did you want to know?
I can't see it real. I want to bring it up because I'm not sure. It might. No, but we can talk about this in a second. Because what I want to talk, because that's cool. We'll talk about this next. What I want to talk about is, what I think now. Has anybody seen? because I know you guys have been on Twitter a lot more than me, probably, or I guess it's called X now. I don't know. I think I've slept into a new dimension. I saw the death threats Twitter post.
Oh, this bullshit
Okay.
that I sent.
So
Yeah,
right.
I'll get 'em, I'll get 'em.
This is the and maybe so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So
I have no idea.
we are now in the point where we are making up now. Okay, first of all, if you don't like the Wheel of Prime, if you don't like a TV show, now I'm not saying anybody's done this because I haven't seen it. Now I'm not the god of the internet, and I haven't browsed every freaking Twitter message ever made. But I haven't seen anybody making death threats towards Rafe Judkins or towards any of the production crew on the Wheel of Time. Okay, I haven't seen it. Have any of you guys in chat seen it? Have you guys probably frequent the Twitterverse and all the social media better more than me? I have not seen anybody make death threats. I have seen a lot of people be very critical of this show because it's garbage. So there's a big difference between death threats or threats and going, your show sucks and we want you off the show and we hope the show gets canceled. Those are two completely different things. But we are so messed up in the world right now that you can say something negative about a show and all of a sudden you're threatening somebody's life. So I am, number one, I am very curious if anybody in chat can tell me that they've seen any threats made against anybody in this production. I would probably bet I would probably bet money that the answer to that is no, because they do this all the time. They do it all the time. Their show isn't getting traction. So what do we got to do? We got to make up some bullshit story about, we're not going to put out more. We're not putting out more images because we're getting death threats. We're not putting out more images because every image we put out looks ridiculously stupid, and everybody says that they look stupid and don't look anything like Wheel of Time, except for your small group of people that are busy kissing your ass. Salty, I can see you got something to say. Go, man.
No. And here's the thing.
No.
Because of these strikes, because of the Writers Guild strike and SAG-AFTRA strike, the individuals behind this show cannot even say, oh my God, a show I worked on, I'm getting this. This is coming through intermediaries, so it may not even be accurate at all. This may shock you. Someone may be making some shit up to get clout on Twitter or social media. That's what this may be. The interesting thing about this entire experience, about this go around with the Wheel of Time, is that because of the strikes, nobody from this show can be out there saying a damn thing about this show. And what's fascinating, and I would love to hear what you all think about this, is, isn't it different when something that somebody has made has to simply stand on its own merit, instead of like, you're a racist if you don't like this show, you're a misogynist, you're afraid of this, you're afraid of that. Instead, we have the wonderful silence of just us observing what they're putting out and what this show looks like, and nobody to tell us that we're Istanphobe because it's garbage. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I mean, I love this blessed silence. I hope it never ends.
Did you what I'm kind of thinking now? I know this is not really this is not as equivalent, but it was also a means of what do you call it, deflecting the overall issue. Remember Kenobi? Remember people were very people were very critical about the character. I think it was her name Reva? I don't even. I barely remember.
Reva. I think. Yeah.
And because people were critical of the character Reva, well, Reva's actress was, let's just say she was darker of tone. So
you could probably say she was black.
You could.
I mean, she was, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, let's just keep it real.
And because of that, we got freaking Ewan McGregor himself going onto Instagram saying, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to.
But the show didn't even come out yet, and she said that people were not liking the show that are racist. And this is the same thing with Kelly Marie Tran. No one ever said any of the shit that they did. The media created a narrative of victimhood. Kelly Marie Tran, who played Rose Tico, came out and said, no, it wasn't that. It was the pressure from the studios and all of these speaking obligations. It wasn't social media. That never stopped the media from repeating the same lie over and over and over. And the same thing with this Reva character. I mean, whatever the woman's name was, when she came out and said, oh my God, everybody's a racist. And guess what? We're going to occupy your spaces now and all this other stuff. And then they, of course, quoted the Kelly Marie Tran thing, which wasn't true. So you have things that aren't true, quoting other things that aren't true. And this is the world we live in, where there's just not enough racism. There's not enough of this stuff here. We have to make it up, and we have to be dramatic. And
it's like the old saying, keep lying. The longer you lie, you know, the closer. It's like those who continually lie believe the lie, and that's
intersectionality, though. Yeah, I mean, that's what intersectionality is. And when you remove that dynamic, when you take away the power of, oh my God, I'm a victim, from these shows, look what we have. We have silence. We have silence, and we can just look at what is right in front of us, and then make a decision without a failing marketing narrative. In Hollywood, you might want to pay attention to this. Don't let your stars talk anymore. Just don't. Yeah. Just go ahead and release the product. Look what it did for Barbie. Just going to say that, which is a shit movie ideology, but it worked. They made a lot of money.
So let me get to some of, man, Chad is killing it. I got the, so let me get to some of the super chats, and I want to, there's some chats I highlighted I want to get to here too. So thank you guys very, very much. So Lyle Hammock for $20. Serious question about season 2. How do you think they will handle Leandrin and the 13 Black Oddjaw that flee the tower, which I would assume we will see in season 2, and we can assume, is that Doolin? Who we talking about? We can assume someone and Fail are not in the season. Doolin. Julian? Julian? Are we talking about Sandar? Sandar? Yeah. I don't think Julian's going to be in it at all. So, man, thank you guys. You guys are.
That's a good question, though. I mean,
I think it is.
With the Black Adja, I just can't wait for them to change out of their red robes and put on black, because that's what they do in this show. It's like, okay, we're Black Adja now. Hello.
Yeah, we were talking about that on what. Yeah, they're gonna replace their rings, and they're gonna wear black, and they're actually gonna have Black Adja rings, and it's just like, what are we doing here? But Staplebo says everyone. Go ahead.
Don't miss Ajami.
Staplebo says every one of the 13 sisters will get at least a half an episode to dedicate them. I don't think they're even gonna. They may mention it that the 13 sisters ran. I don't.
Oh my God.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it'll be even a footnote. It looks like, because from the trailer, it looks like she is literally throwing her ring away and just leaving. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that, like, she may go back and, like, I don't know. I think once she leaves and the trap is sprung, I don't know that there's going to be 13 sisters. I think it could just be Leandrin, and they're just going to follow her storyline and make her try and make her make us feel bad for her, and make it so she's I can't find the word. You guys know what I'm talking about.
There'll be a sympathetic backstory.
There it is, sympathetic. Yeah, they'll try and make us feel bad about the fact that she's Black Aja and this, that, and the other, because they're totally screwing up everything. They're making the Sean look. Rapoya's not quite there yet. Okay, so I'm not going to go too far, but they don't know the source material. They're making the Sean Chan the bad guys, and they are not.
That's
No matter how different their ways of living are, they are from a different continent. They do things different. That does not make them bad. You are being racist yourselves by making them the bad people. The Sean Chan are not the bad people. They are just different. That's it. But you're making.
Steve,
but the
counter
fact
to that is, so you're saying Hitler wasn't necessarily a bad guy?
I'm not answering that.
Good answer. That is a good answer.
He's got a great beard, but why do you keep inviting him on these streams? He just does. He just blows the thing up.
Look, I'm not saying everything they do is moral, right? I mean, the Sean Chan, right? But they have a way of life that they're used to. They might, some of the, well, by some, but I mean,
But
You know,
they're
the
layered.
Red Sisters are doing the same thing to every man on the planet. They're eradicating them. They're not giving them a chance to do anything.
Yeah.
They're just eradicating them. Kill them
And-
or gentle them, and
yeah,
then
and
if
that-
they
and
die,
that-
they die. So that doesn't make them any better than any Suldom, because they're just killing. They're just because you have a certain trait, we're gonna go kill you. That's it. They're not
Right.
trying to help them. Sorry, go ahead, Napoleon.
Oh, and I mean, of course, you also have, Kyrianen, you have the Days to Mar, the game and all that. So I mean, I'm assuming the Sean Chan don't play these type of games. Don't really play those type of, court intrigue games. I think based on what everyone's said so far, they're pretty straightforward in their approach.
They do some. You'll get there, but the fact that the Dark One, because I'm not calling him Ish yet. The show hasn't made him Ish yet. He is still the Dark One.
Yeah.
The Dark One is standing in the open with, I mean, it's like, you're like, no, that's not how this is supposed to play out. And you're clearly setting up the Sean Chan to be the bad guys along with the White Cloaks, which is just weird. So
Right.
I don't know. So let me get to some of these super chats. David Martin for $20. Thank you very much. I can't wait for a 5-foot tall Abby into flippy kicks. I can't wait for we get land flippy kicks. Don't worry, there's going to be a short soon. You guys are all going to laugh. I was working on it before I had my BS happen in life, but I'll have a few shorts. One inspired from Alex. One that's just going to be full of hopefully flippy kicks and other fun stuff. But thank you very much. Flippy kicks incoming. I love it. Dovionde say Tovius a game for $5. Thank you, my Asherman Calendar wielder. Thank you very much. How you don't like my show all of a sudden? You have a couple of Trump MAGA hat wearing dudes attack a black dude at 3 a.m. at the 7-Eleven in Chicago. Oh no. No, don't do that.
It hits close to home because that's where I'm at.
Wait, were you at Subway?
Admittedly, that story.
11.
Oh.
Admittedly,
He was
that
allegedly
story
attacked
from
by Jussie Smollett.
yeah. I was going to say that Jussie Smollett story was so unbelievable. It is entirely possible it was written by Rafe Judkins. So there is that.
So let me see here. So Max said something like, I agree. If death threats were being made, they'd be, yeah. So it goes back to, if you don't have receipts, I don't believe you. So you haven't posted any sort of death threats. You're just making a blanket statement. If it, again, don't even talk to these people, let alone make death threats. Just don't talk to them, because they can construe something like, I wish Narg would die. They're like, are you threatening me? It's like, what? No, what the hell are you talking about? Like, it's like that. So they'll make anything into a death threat. So just don't even talk to them. They're busy smelling their own farts and praising shit. Yeah. So just leave it. So, Staplebo said, I don't think Matt is going to do much this season, considering that he had less screen time in the trailer than Landron. True, very true. Since Matt said, watching Wheel of Prime makes me feel like reparations for something. Maybe penance for complaining about Robert Jordan's long gaps between books. It does feel like we're paying. We're definitely paying for it, aren't we? Let's see. And then Tripp said, but Rafe gets to create a wife for Perrin and kill her. That's perfectly fine and acceptable. Well, he's doing it, so yeah. Of course, right?
So speaking of Rafe, like I asked this question because I haven't paid nearly as much attention, but apparently Rafe has said, like, if you piss me off or something, I'm gonna make your characters.
I got that article.
This and that. Oh, you already got that.
I got that article if you want it. Yeah.
So like this. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, how you doing? I think that's a debate I would have. I think from our viewpoint and how we live life, yes. But the things they've done with the Aes Sedai have enriched their culture. Or not the Aes Sedai, with the channelers. That's just how they were told things went. Now, do they work towards trying to change some of that towards the end of the series? Yeah. Maybe. But, and do I think it's right that they're enslaving people with leashes? No. But what I'm saying is so they're not doing good things. You're absolutely right. But we have tiers of bad people that we need to focus on in the Wheel of Time, right? You have all of the dark friends in the Forsaken, which are bad. which are now taking advantage of certain elements that are iffy. So they go and take advantage of the Shan-Chan because they're a superpower that are doing certain things that conflict with what's happening in Randland. You have people in Randland like the White Cloaks who are seen as bad, but there's a lot of people that say the White Cloaks have done nothing wrong. They're just a little overzealous. So it all comes from a different viewpoint. I'm not saying that them enslaving people is a good thing, but are they overarchingly evil and dark? I don't know that that's the case. In some aspects maybe, but I mean that's, I'd have to think about it a lot more to just be like they're evil.
Well, it comes down to this. Robert Jordan wrote like real life, and we have countries out there that do evil things. Does that mean that the entire country is evil? Perhaps based upon who maybe leads them. But there's nuance to all of this. Are all of the means that they are trying to achieve necessarily evil? No.
Well,
some key things we would certainly have disagreement with, but that's just like personal relationships, national relationships. It's all like that, and you can't sit there and throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Well, and I also don't want to spoil it for anybody that's, I know we got new readers going, but you have a whole nation of people that doesn't know the truth. They've been told something and by their people in power, and they don't really know what's going on. They've been told something.
Kind of like now. They've
been told something from the people in power, from their descendants, and they believe them. Because, well, what else would we believe? There are leaders. The Empress, may she live forever. She's got my best interest at heart. She wouldn't tell me a lie. So that you find out the repercussions from that from some characters throughout the story, because they are blind to what's actually going on. They don't know. It's just the way they were told. It's the way they lived. They never got another viewpoint. And guess what? There's no shadow spawn on Shan-Chan, so they did something right.
Yeah, they eradicated them, if I remember correctly.
They killed. Though there's no blight. There's no blight on the Shan-Chan continent. So right. Did they do it in a peaceful, greatest way? No, but they did something right. So, so you got to remember, there's people in power telling the common people something, and ruling with an iron fist. So a lot of them are ignorant to what's going on. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're doing good things. I'm just saying that you have to think about, they are not the Dark One's agents. That's all. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They are not agents of the Dark One.
And I think the perfect way to encapsulate this from a historical point of view is you look at George Washington, you look at Thomas Jefferson. They were slave owners. Did they mistreat their slaves? A lot of records indicate no, they did not, and in fact, Washington freed them upon his death. Was George Washington a good guy? Yes, he was, and that people can debate that all they want, but from the stuff that I've read on that man, he was.
There's a lot more to that story too, because a lot of the American politicians blamed England. And I'm not going to get in I'm not shitting on my English friends, believe me, at all. I'm just saying, Thomas Jefferson, a lot of them talked about that, and it became a necessary evil for economic reasons. Now, I'm not excusing a goddamn thing. I also didn't live in the 1700s. Okay.
Yes,
I didn't. And there's a lot of people that are alive and talking shit that weren't even alive in the 1970s. We're not alive in the 1980s, and maybe we're conceived in the 1990s, telling all the rest of us who were there actually fighting actual racism, actually fighting actual sexism, actually trying to protect the environment, actually doing those things, that now we're all istanphobes. And that's the beautiful thing about all of this deliberately manufactured ignorance and all of this. And it's part of why these stories suck. Yeah, I wanted to bring this up because this is from Nerdpoil's standpoint, and Wheel of Time, this is actually from last year in April, okay? Rafe Judkins, and this is all about season 2, and he shut right up about this, okay? Rafe Judkins confirms that Wheel of Time will introduce new LGBTQAI, whatever the hell it is, relationships in season 2, as well as have a polyamorous relationship. I'm going to call it here, it's the Aiel. the Aiel are in some polyamorous.
Oh, I thought
I don't
it
know.
was obviously going to be Alana and her 15 warders. We're all just going to have a
Could
giant
be.
orgy. Like,
I mean, why not?
I mean, I figure maybe it's a bait and switch because they put Alana front and center. I thought it was like, oh, well, it's clear, you know, Alana and her warders are going to be in a relationship. But, yeah, we know. Well, and this is where the whole, you know, it's like, oh, I don't want to see that. Well, you are a bigot. It's like, no, it's not in the book. I don't want to see it. Alana shouldn't even be around. What are we talking about? It's like, you know,
well,
so
he's fixing Robert Jordan. I mean, this is at Jordan Con
Yeah.
last year. He says, and I quote, I mean, we predominantly in the show have been trying to take things that were suggested or vaguely hinted at being LGBTQ plus, whatever the hell it is, in the books.
Right.
And then expanding on them, bringing those out and letting us know more about these characters and their feelings for one another, or taking things we don't know about relationships between two people and giving them something. What are we doing here?
Just tell the damn
You
story.
got 1,400 pages of great shit. You want to make somebody gay? Go ahead. But why don't you tell the 98% of the 1,400 pages that you are not even vaguely discussing? It's insanity to me. It's just insanity to me.
Real quick. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nathan. You first, then I'm going to get this.
It's a self-insertion of the Green Aja have more than one warder, so there must naturally be a romantic relationship existing there. So therefore,
I never read it
is
that way.
an odd. I know, nor did I. This is how.
Well, I mean, hold on.
degenerates
Let's be a little like, you know, Green Aja is not terribly rare for them to bed their warders. I never saw them like go full orgy. You know, you got
That's
the off
the part.
You get the full.
That's
you know,
the
you get the off one that actually marries her warder and all that. So it doesn't. But I don't see like they alluded to, and I think it was episode 6. Like Alana walks by and grabs Ivron's hand, and they both look at each other and go, it's time to go plug each other. It's like, what are we? It's like, come on, guy. It's like that's just not, you know, and maybe that's on me. I don't, I mean, Chad, I never pictured them, like, I pictured her like the Greens would, like, you know, they were close with their warders. Every once in a while she'd sleep with one of them.
Friends with benefits warder.
Right. That's how I never pictured it as some big thing. Like, oh, it's time to go to bed. Right. I just, you know, not how I never pictured it.
And typically it was that, not typically, I don't know. I mean, from what I read from it is she would have one that was, that was in particular her personal, like, husband or relationship warder, and then she'd have others that did not have a relationship. It was a protection thing because they were the battle Aja. They needed as much physical protection because they were the ones on the front line.
So real quick, let me, before I don't want to miss it, because we're getting some more good chats, and I want to note on Obi-Wan's comment here, because I think we're thinking the exact same thing. So good. It's always good when we can get to an even ground here. I like that. So Lyle Hammock, $10. Thank you again, Lyle, very, very much. Nathan, I really appreciate your comments about not all members of a nation being bad. I have personal experience as Salty Nose, so thank you for saying that, my friend, and hail. Some people are just ignorant to it. Some people it's just, you know, they don't know. They're just trying to live a life, right? So, and that brings me to this. I see what you're saying about Tears of Bad. Everyone is a lesser antagonist to the Dark One, but I hate the Sean Chan. Tuon sucks. Our whole culture sucks. Not all cultures are equal. I don't necessarily disagree with you. It's like, so I don't. Tuon, I hate Tuon as well. I don't particularly agree with what the Sean Chan are doing at all. You know, enslaving people because they're a certain way, that's bad. So I don't disagree with any of that. But it's just because that's their culture. That's all they know. It's not because the Dark One influenced them to do that, and that they're particular. They may be unbeknownst to them doing some of the Dark One's work, but it's not the Dark One's doing that has led their culture to what they're doing. I guess that's the difference. Whereas the Dark One is just evil, and he is just, you know, doing evil things, right? So I don't like the insinuation that with the Dark One from the show is just standing there out in the open with Suroth No disguise, no mask of mirrors or anything to pretend like he's some advisor or something. Puppeting her from the shadow, or because that makes her openly black. It's Black Aja, right? Or black or a dark friend, right? So if she's openly a dark friend, then the rest of the Shanshan are an openly a dark friend, which makes them all dark friends, which is not right. It's just not right. It's just not. Their culture may be upside down backwards with some of their beliefs, but they're not all. They're just not. And we see that several times in the books.
Let me wrap up this Rafe quote and we'll get out of this. Yeah. So again, referring to what Rafe Judkins is going to do in season 2 with making everyone non-heteronormative, I guess that's what the kids call it. He said, quote, "And I think that we'll continue to do that with the show the whole way through the series. You will see us lean into those places that are already so present in the books and then try to find room to tell more of the emotional history of some of those characters. And at times that will include their relationships with people. They may be of the same gender, a different one, or ungendered." This is where the guy's energy went, not into, boy, I sure hope I get this story right. I mean, really, look at this. Here we go. Here's our buddy. Here's our made up guy right here. Look at this.
Real quick, Davey, I think you're right. So, it may have influenced Archer Hawkwing's beliefs. But that's the trick of the Dark One. That's, so there may be an influence that led him astray, but that doesn't make him evil. That makes him confused and misguided. Which I know it's a tightrope, but I think we've got to, we've talked it out. I think everybody sees the angles I'm talking about and what everybody's talking about. So, but I think you're right. I think he was influenced by Ishii. So,
this has been a good talk. I've thoroughly enjoyed this kind of back and forth that Obi-Wan kind of started up there, because it's, it allows us to sit there and actually dive into these books and look. I just fixed the logo.
There you go.
To dive into these things and actually talk about what the importance of these characters and these countries are, and how everything kind of folds together and reaches to its ultimate epic conclusion, and how all those things are necessary to reach those ends.
Sorry. It's like, I love how the used car salesman Dark One has caught on, and it's just like he's like, I'm not trying to. I could see you in a nice Subaru long back truck for all these people. How about we buy you a Subaru? It's like he's just trying
BMW.
BMW. He's just.
So now because of so there's a Subaru was it Palanquin now that they're carrying a High Lady Suroth in. Now the question is, I can offer you Sirius XM radio with that. You get a full year for free. A full year. You know what? I like the way you look. I'll give you 2 years for free. Sirius XM radio, best shit ever.
Yeah, air conditioning. We'll get, we can get you those heated seats for when it's cold in the winter. We got you covered. We got you covered. What do you got here for me, Salty? Thank you, Chad. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much.
You guys are awesome.
You guys have been fantastic. Thank you. And anything, like, seriously, you guys are actually making, because I was very unprepared for tonight just because of some things. So thank you. You guys have been driving the show. So let's, if you guys got anything you want to bring up, let's keep driving. So, thank you, and all your super chats, all the memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's making me feel. I'm glad I did this. I almost didn't tonight. So, thank you. Let's keep going. I don't know why you put a peacock on the screen, but
there's a joke I wanted to make that involves the see you later, but I didn't. So
that is the chest plate from Troy.
That's where I brought this up. I didn't cover it in my video, but I saw some things after I did my video I was like, dude, I can zoom. I'll zoom. What you're looking at here is some of the new show images I did my video on today. and this was about the concept art the costume designers did for the show. So every Wednesday, it's hashtag WOT, Wheel of Time Wednesdays. And this was the article today. It was released on the Nerdist, I believe. And it's to promote the show, to get people hyped up. And it was about all of these drawings of these costumes that don't look like what Robert Jordan would want to do at all. But if you look at this is more of Suan Sanche, who apparently stole the drapes out of Dracula's castle and turn them into a dress. So
hold on. So can we blow up the guy in the back?
Yeah,
for a second?
yeah. Roger that. I was waiting for the go ahead on it.
I got. So let's. We're gonna send on. So has anybody seen Troy in chat? The one with whether you debate whether it was good or not, that's whatever. I can enjoy it for what it was.
Long time.
So look at this.
Right?
I don't know who this guy is in the back here. I guess it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be Tarvalin soldiers? Is that what?
I wonder if it's supposed to be a warder.
That's her. Okay. So great. So here we're gonna bring this down, and we're going to bring mine up here. Here we go.
Oh, fucking shit.
It's the same.
Let me go big.
Let me go big. Spray painted. It's just been spray painted. Holy shit.
It's the same thing.
Oh my God! Can you zoom in on yours? Can you zoom in?
One,
Can you zoom in, dude?
Okay.
Dude, you're witnessing Wheel of Time lore. Like,
it's hexagonal. Holy shit!
It's even got the bigger square around the centerpiece.
Send me that. Can you send me that, or give me a link to that, and I will do my Photoshop magic live.
I want to see the library card on the inside tag of that to see if it was last rented out to the producers of Troy.
Oh my God, bro! Like because I've watched. I like Troy. If you don't like Troy, that's fine. I enjoy it, especially the sword fight between Hector and Achilles. Like, tell me if that link works. I sent it to your Twitter.
All right, roger that. I'll be
or your X, whatever we're calling it. So let me know if that doesn't work. But I enjoy. So we'll get off this since you're doing your magic, hopefully. So like as soon as I saw that pop up, I'm like, that is Hector's armor. Like it looks like a 1-to-1. Like it looks like the same piece of armor, doesn't it?
It's got the circle thing. It's got the same big square surrounding whatever that centerpiece is. Everything's all squared off at the.
It's the same length. It's the same exact hexagonal. It's the same dimensions.
It's the same.
And the same
rectangle. I think it's the same top. I really think it's the same top painted gold.
You know what this means now? This means I gotta watch. This means I have to watch Troy again after.
I enjoy Troy. It's not the best.
Troy than Wheel of Prime.
What's that?
Better to watch Troy than Wheel of Prime.
Oh, absolutely. Like, look, there's problems with Troy, but it's fine. I enjoy it.
You guys might disagree with me, but I think it's better to watch Rings of Power than Wheel of Prime.
I don't. Well, let's not get into that.
I know.
We're gonna see. I'm on your side for this one, Lyle. Let's keep Rings of Power over here until we.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well, I said it's better. I said it's better than Wheel of Prime. So.
You did. But
Lyle would agree with that. Lyle's on board with that.
So wait. So here's a good one. While Salty's doing his thing. Robert Moore, I hate that I read that Leander. Okay, so where did you read this? Because I hate that I read that Leandrin is taking over. Is it Alad? It's Aladia. Alad. I always pronounce Alida. Sorry, taking over Alida's part in the takeover of the White Tower. Does that mean that the White Tower is being taken over by Black Aja? See that this is where. So see, I'd be interested to know where you read that because I thought they had cast Alida. I don't know if they have or not. I thought I had read a rumor that she was cast.
At least they haven't announced. If they have cast her, it'll be another 7 months before they announce who it is.
Thank you. I love how everybody's ready to help me with pronunciations because everybody knows I do it wrong. Thank you. Thank you, Luis.
I'm okay with Don Eladia.
So so look, they're doing a lot of things that they don't understand the repercussions as they roll downhill, right? and I think that's one of them. It's like, I think that's going to be the big. Oh my God in heaven! I just had a horrible thought. So are they're gonna make a Lida? You're welcome, Lau. So
I haven't gotten that far yet, by the way.
So this sort of turns into the thing I was gonna try and set up for How Dumb It Gets. We're gonna play How Dumb Can It Get next week, probably. I have an idea. So, but this is a little taste, okay? Okay. So just follow me here and tell me what you think if I'm jumping off a deep end. Chat, you too. So are we all pretty much on the same page that we do not think Inktar is going to have his moment?
No, there's no way.
Okay,
that would be.
So we're all on the same page.
Should I reiterate my theory?
What's your theory first? Go ahead, because this just popped over my head with this Elida news. So go ahead, and then I don't want to lose it, but go ahead, go.
Okay, so I think it was last week or the week before. So Rand's not going to be there. Rand's not going to be present for Inktar's confession. Inktar is going to tell either Egwene or Moraine or Nynaeve and Elaine, all four of them. It's going to be those four and Inktar. Those are going to be the five that ride forth. Not no Huron, Matt, whoever the Man Perrin, who knows where the hell they are. So it's going to be those five. He's going to confess. Don't ask me why he's going to confess, but he's going to confess that that he's a dark friend. So instead of forgiving him and saying let the blessing of the mother be upon you, they're just going to balefire him and kill him, murder him, because you're bad. In respect to how they do things in Marvel. I don't know if you've noticed, but that's how they do things in Marvel. Like there's no morals in writing anymore. The characters don't have moral compasses.
Nope.
And I don't see these. I can see this happening. I don't know how you guys feel.
Oh, it's possible, but so real quick, constrained anachronism. Thank you. Glad to see you. I just want you. You are now a Dragon Sworn Salty gifted a membership to you. So. You are now part of the growing Legion of the Dragon. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here. We got a lot of no ways for Inktar getting his moment. We all know that's not gonna happen. But Salty has done his side-by-side magic. It is 100% the same thing.
I counted you guys. Okay, look at this. It's the same. I want you to look at the center structure. 1, 2, 3 in perspective. 1, 2, 3 in perspective. Okay. Also count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is it. This is it. Somebody went to a garage sale to get the Troy armor and I don't know, spray painted it. I don't want to hear from anybody like I did today from Amazon's prop department who was saying I didn't appreciate good craftsmanship.
They spray painted it gold.
Look, you know who caught you? Prophet of the Dragon caught you. Okay, I'm gonna say that right here. This took me 2 minutes to do. Right here.
Oh my God! I'm the only one? I mean, I guess I've watched too much Troy because I
never watched the shitty movie, dude. So I was just like, I thought this was like, this reminded me of Indiana Jones. I was waiting for the dude's face to melt, like at the scene with the temple and the ghost rising out of it.
But this is the thing too. In Grifter 23X, thank you for being here, is absolutely correct. I think that's probably the best looking armor we've seen. Even though he's got it on a white robe, like it looks goofy on him. At least.
Well, you're damn right. It's the best.
This is unbelievable.
We've seen from the show because they haven't produced a good piece.
They didn't make it. They bought it. Somebody bought this at a prop sale and then spray painted it gold.
I can't fucking believe it. It's so like I didn't know it was like I saw it as like it is actually the armor. It is 100% the armor.
My God, I mean, just look. I mean, I agree with everybody in the chat. Look at how he's wearing. He's like this. It's like it's like they just put it on him and just start shooting.
Well,
Like, it doesn't.
Well, it looks like he's going kayaking, and it's like disco kayak life flotation vest. You know what I mean? Like he's wearing a children's life vest instead of actual armor.
Well, this guy's supposed to be her. We think that's her warder. Like, what is she?
I don't
what is
know.
that-
I said that
I don't
jokingly. I would not be surprised.
But if
because-
it is, it's like
Because his head is down and he's in a subservient kind of perspective. You know,
well,
'cause
even
warders
if
are
he's not the warder, he's got to be some sort of guard. What is he guarding? What is like if he's not the warder? First, if he's a warder, wow, she's been really tough on him. If it's not a warder, and it's a tower guard. Wow. Now we're getting into they've taken all of the armor from the Trojans in Troy and outfitted the whole tower with it to save money on props. That is crazy. I cannot believe. Well, score one for profit because wow, that is definitely the same thing.
And here's a word that
Holy
we should
crap.
be using with this, and we should be looking at the producers, the directors, the props people, and we should be looking at them and going, "Shame on you."
Yeah, I
I
agree.
can't believe.
Oh,
it.
wait, you're gonna say this about just spray painting a vest gold? I got something else for you.
I know.
You're gonna be all judgy McJudgerton. I'll tell you what, I got some stuff for you to judge. Here we go. Hold
get
on.
mine.
Oh, boy. You know what, Luis? I'm gonna be on the lookout now because that is now open. Just like now, I'm going to be looking at everything. It's like, all right, where
Right.
did this come from? Where did that come? Because who know? Like, good lord, man, that was just like. I don't know.
I was thinking of a classic quote from a classic story that just comes to mind because of the gold plating. Not all that glitters is gold. Not all who wonder are lost. Well, fuck, Rafe and that prop department are fucking lost. Fuckheads.
Oh no, wait. Well, look at what's in front of us. This was the original concept art for Moy Rain's return to Karkian. And they went into detail about how they wanted to do a traditional Japanese look with, so it's Japanese on the top and French on the bottom. Make of that what you will.
Have to do with Japanese, honestly.
Just put her in a dress and let her go. It
But
doesn't have to
you
be
guys,
blue.
have you
Just let it
noticed
go.
in the trailer? I wonder if they didn't CG out all of these horrible looking dresses, because there's a lot of weird looking stuff where there's just these solid blocks of color, and you can see it on Rand, you can see it with Rosamund Pike. I don't know what it is, but it's like I said, something has been bothering me about this trailer and the way it looked. Like there was some uncanny valley or AI thing going on here. Maybe it's part of this. Maybe they went with shit that looked like this, and that's why they didn't release a trailer when they were supposed to last summer. Because
I got a question here right now. Looking at this, if you gave her an umbrella, can you imagine her like gliding in the air like Princess Toadstool in Mario 2? Like she's got that Mary Poppins. Like give her her umbrella. She looks like Mary Poppins. I don't want to reference a terrible Star Wars movie, but
I don't know who thought this was a good idea.
That's just concept art. That's not book art.
I'm like that doesn't look like a real Rosamund Pike.
No. That's just
not that she's real in the first place.
Well, you know, they saved money on the props for the extras, so you know they had money for that extra CGI budget, right? So maybe they did remove a bunch of things. But before I get too off track, my Leandrin thing that popped in my head. So we all know that Nerporio thinks that Ingtar is going to confess to Egwene, and she's gonna.
Egwene, Moraine, Nynaeve, and Elaine, all four of them are going to be there, and they're going to point, they're going to shame him, and then they're going to bail fire them out. All four of them.
They're going to send them to Mars. Okay, so follow me here. This all came from the Elida. I'm trying. The Elida rumor we just heard. So I am curious where that was from. But if Leandrin is set to take over Elida's role, right? So one, you're right. That will put a Black Aja sister in charge of the tower. But what if they are giving Leandrin Ingtar's redemption arc?
That's what it is. That's going to be
what if she goes okay, and gets them captured and this, that, and the other, and then she either has second thoughts or whatever, and then helps free them or some BS, and then she comes back to the tower and then then stuff happens from there. I'm glad I cut myself off because I don't want to ruin it for Nerporeal, but maybe after she does something to redeem herself, she feels that she now needs to fight harder against the shadow, and she takes over Lyda's arc. What do we think about that?
Well, let's also not pass up the possibility that they're going to completely forgo that portion of the story.
What the redemption?
No.
The whole what's that? The fall? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that yeah, we're being very mysterious for Napoleon, but yeah, it's true. That could happen too, but I can totally see them. I mean, it's a way to free her of that dark part and make her a main character, and we're now we're looking into her dark past, which we know we're looking at. We've already been told we're getting to see more into Leandrin's dark past, so we get to feel sorry for her. And then at the end of the show, she forsakes the dark and comes back to the light. And then we do not get that epic line from Rand when he, oh god, like that just line, man, it gives you chills whenever you read it. Rand talking to Ingtar and giving him permission to go and saying that he walks in the light again. And Ingtar, you can feel Ingtar just like the weight off Ingtar's shoulders, and he's like, it's such a potent scene. It's one of the best in the whole series. These are little, like, that's the thing when you start talking about these things. These aren't large battles. Like, some of the large battles are freaking epic, of course, but some of the best scenes are just these little things, like Rand pulling his father through the woods. Rand, telling Ingtar.
Well, I know what you mean. It's small, but it's so important.
I'm just saying. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'm not saying small isn't the right word.
And I'm agreeing with you.
I know. It's not like a giant battle, I guess is what I'm saying. There's scenes that are potent and important, and they're even the Ingtar scene is incredibly important because you get to look at it. You got to look at Rand. Rand is just such a badass. We'll just say that, but Ingtar has grown to respect Rand at such a level that he takes Rand for his word and says, you know what, you can't be too far from the light to never come back. And that was you're fine, you're good, dude. You're redeemed. Let's
he's basically starting to accept the fact that it started with Huron when they were in the other world. Huron is like, what are we gonna do? And Rand realized he has to step up and actually lead because now they're looking to him. And it was thrust upon him, but it gave him an opportunity to, just to start leading. And this was another, the Ingtar thing was the payoff to that setup. Like, he led, he acted like a leader, and he forgave. And not only that, he protected his memory. He didn't tell the others that he was Dark Friend.
Right.
I'm curious. What I'm curious about is if Ingtar ever gets brought up again. That's the one thing. One issue I have with Jordan is that it just seems like things happen and then they're forgotten. That's a complaint I have.
So I think it would have been neat if it was brought up in some sort of, just because you would think that moment would have a lasting effect on him.
Yeah.
And I think it probably does, but you sort of have to make that up. I don't think Ingtar's mentioned again. Nathan, I'm sorry, I think I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, Gadfly has a comment up there that I was actually putting together in my head as well. I mean, these small little scenes are part of what gives an epic its character. If you take away these small scenes, that you honestly, in terms of a grand story arc, you can get away with not telling them. But what you end up losing is so much of the meat and personality that is behind a story. And if you don't put those things in there, you end up with something that just has so much space it feels a little empty after you're done telling the story.
I agree.
Look,
I agree with that right there. Especially Winter Night, you learn quite a bit about Rand as a character, and the fact that he for the first time in his life had to kill something, Narg. But we learn quite a bit. We learn from his point of view that there's more to Tam Althor than we ever knew, and that starts to do this thing called investment. This thing where we as the reader are starting to become more interested in what is going on and where this story is going to go. Sorry, Salty. I had to say it because that was so important. That's what got me interested in reading the book and getting into the book was that chapter 6. And they completely scuffed over it like it was not important. And then they showed it at the end of the season, briefly. Off.
Took out all the gravitas. Go, Salty. Go. I know you.
No, it was a combination of the 2 points you guys made. First of all, going back to what Nathan said, all these small little moments. The hero's journey in a good story is not told as an emotional journey where we're going to manipulate your feelings for 1 minute and then have something else happen completely unrelated and forget what the hell just happened a minute ago. Good literature, good movies, good art, even good music, and especially jazz builds upon things that start in the beginning. And therefore, a journey of 10,000 miles doesn't just jump around. Each one of the steps to get there produces an outcome that develops a character. It's essential to character development. And in this show, you look at where Rand and Matt and Perrin are, they're the same people. After 8 episodes, you look at Nynaeve and Egwene, they're the same people, except that they're the bestest ever. They just didn't know they were the bestest ever. That's why this show is terrible. What the books do in what Rafe Judkins is doing is, and he used the word emotional journey yet again. Okay, it's an emotional journey. It is not a story. It is not an adaptation. It's how can I manipulate an audience who looks up from their smartphone long enough to see something flashing on the screen? And those of us who know the source material are literally saying 98% of this story is being missed. And there's nothing built here. How can you have a season 2 when you didn't even cover 2% of what happened in the Eye of the World? So
nailed it, both of you. No, that's why. I mean, it's and that's why everybody's here, right? Is we haven't covered a fifth of what we should have, and now we're talking about what we're not going to have in season 2, right? And it's the trailer I just think confirmed most of everything. They're going to touch on some small things so they can say that they're covering the books, and then they're going to go off on their own way. But there's a few great chats, and then I know Norporial, thank you. You gifted 5 memberships again, and then a super chat. So thank you very, very much. But Amber Wilson says, concerning how little the 3 boys were in the trailer and only Rand had a speaking role, I bet that they'd do next to nothing except stare in awe at the girls. Now, that's what Perrin's great at, right? So what I think is funny, I would have to do a count. I think we've got more promotional images of Perrin, but I think you're actually right. Even though we've got more images of Perrin, Rand has still done more talking. I'm going to go out. I really don't think we're going to get a lot of Rand. And if we do, it's going to be him following people around and just staring at things. But I think you're absolutely right. I think it's mostly going to, I mean, that's all of Rand season 1 content was Egwene this, Egwene that, Egwene, right? So, yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Matt is going to be all but not in it. I think he's going to especially from the trailer. It's so noticeable that everybody said it that Matt is not there. Leandrin has more time in the trailer than Matt, and that actually speaks volumes because they have no footage of Matt to share, right? Trip Foo question for the panel. So who dies in season 2 so Lan can mourn and twist his nipples for everyone? Ooh, it's a good question. Mr. Zip thinks it's going to be Stepan's twin brother, Step On. Stepan's twin brother, Step On. I like that.
Step off. It'll be his sister, Step Off. It's trans sister. Step
who's gonna get a nipple twist from? I think Ivron's gonna die. What do you think? No,
Oh,
who cares?
man.
Who cares about Iron? Yeah, that's basically my.
Yeah, no one cares. But I mean, then again, we only had one guy in there that you only knew for an episode before he died, and then he got all emotional about it. So they'll introduce someone else to fridge the shit out of,
Yeah.
so that he can have that epic. Maybe this time he'll use clamps.
Real quick,
No.
please.
No,
Notorial
no,
gifted five memberships. Thank you, Davesy Dude, Forsaken, Purple Valkyrie, Jaden Hamilton, and Joseph Dredd himself. And then along with the $2 super chat, I love you guys. Panel chat both. Thank you, Hale. Thank you very much. I did see some new chatters I wanted to get to here. We had is it Octon? The show is woke. It's not Wheel of Time, though I'm not a fan of the slog of the books or the slog in the books. The early books were great and should be depicted. Instead, we are getting Moraine show. 100%.
We are getting the Moraine show. Yeah,
that's all it is. 100% the Moraine show. I know there is some slow points in the books. I
thought it was you guys lied to me. I thought it was the Rosamund Pike show. By the way, the Rosamund Pike show has been brought to you by Aes Sedai cigarettes. If you feel an urge coming on, and you feel that one power trickling down your thing, enjoy.
I was wondering where you were going to go.
The Aes Sedai cigarette.
What's trickle? Wait a minute. What's trickling? Are you saying there's some moistness?
What's happening? Oh, well, I don't know.
There are so many things I want to say, but this is not my channel.
I don't know why you guys are offering up me eating mayonnaise. That's I don't know about a jar, man. That packet almost killed me. But thank you. We're over 40 watching. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here.
You should make a poll, Steve. The kids love the polls.
Which poll?
Some kids love the polls more than others.
There was somebody else that I saw that made a good comment. I must have missed it. Dang it! I thought I saw somebody. Oh, Peter. Wait. There is Peter. Thank you for being here. Wait, I thought the story was only about Rosamund Pike and well, yeah. I think that's pretty much it, right? I mean, you're pretty close.
It's an emotional journey, and there's lots of LGBTQ plus QIA in things that Rafe decided to make happen because that's important to Rafe Judkins.
So I think I missed one of your pictures, but this. Oh yes.
Yeah, which one did you want? We were talking about Rand and Rand's availability. Yeah.
We can start with this one because this one is like I feel like this is. Jesus
I got a question. It looks like you could fly away with that wig. Like that wig looks like it could flap and you could fly away. Kind of like the bunny, the bunny ears in Super Mario Land 2. That's why I think it happened.
There is a trailer. There is going to be an article I cover about this. I at least this outfit. So like the article is basically that the Sean Chan looks scary and intimidating. So I was at work, okay, and I did release a little short of what I work with, like a treadmill of shit. So if anybody wants to know what I'm dealing with every day, there's a treadmill of shit on my YouTube channel. Now I did like Lady B's comment. She thought that was a trailer for the Wheel of Time season 2, which it might as well be, right? But
no, that's not fair to the shit plant. Sorry.
Sorry. You're probably right. Yeah, I guess that is an amalgamation of everybody's shit. So I guess it's not whatever. Okay, we're getting off topic. But I showed him just a guy that's never seen the Wheel of Time before. I brought this up. I'm like, what do you think of that? He started laughing. It's like, what is that? And I'm like, that's not intimidating and scary looking to you? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. So it's like, to think that this is like, people are trying to play this off as like evil looking and intimidating. It just looks goofy. Like I can't get like in.
I got your goofy. Hold on, I did this in my video.
I want to go back to that one just because of the image. See it, but
we'll go right back to it. We'll go right back to. I swear
what
to God.
You got? Hit me with the goof.
Just give me a second. My photos are not organized.
You're good, man. You're doing me another solid.
You're welcome, by the way, for doing all this.
I already said thank you. We talked about it before. I was completely
dude. I break balls. That's all I do. God damn it. I need the secretary.
Wait. Sorry, I don't. What did I miss? Trip. Thanks. Which show was that? If you remember. What are we talking about? Brian, stop taking. Oh my gosh. What am I see? I do a wonderful Avienda. That is true. My Avienda is on point. Did you guys lead the? Okay, so I have I think it's I made a video, Chris. I think that's what we're pertaining to. Is that right, Trip? Am I tripping? This was a while ago. There is a there is a few. I did a personal reading with voices for both the what we thought was the Gowan, since that's now a question, who knows? But the Gowan script reading, and then the Perrin and Avienda one. So there are videos on my channel for both of those leaks, since it's one of those, they're bad enough that they're probably going to be in the show. Hey, there you go.
I just saw this and I was like, it's Fred Flintstone's water buffalo social club hat, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I'll go back to the other one.
Oh my god, it's just so goofy. Like in the shoulder pads, it's just like I don't like who thought that was good? Like I still, you put a cheese grater on her with some like weird wire shoulder pads, and it's just like, and some weird. It's just like, man, what's up, Nas? How you doing, bro? Here it is. Okay, so this is what Trip was talking about. Is the front one with the terrible CGI Rand on a wheel. Now, there are people that are trying to say that this is Suroth in the foreground. I think it's meant to make you think it's Suroth, but I don't think it is. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know what's going on here. If it's CGI,
it
looks terrible. If it's CGI.
Is that supposed to be a heron? It looks like a little bird. It looks like a bird.
What, in the foreground?
Right on top, like right on top of that little, in the foreground. Looks that.
What do you want me to zoom up on? What do you want me to zoom?
So hard because it's blurry as hell. Like it's just a bad. Like it's hard. There's nothing you did, obviously. It's just they zoomed out.
What do you want?
Quick.
What do you want me to look at, Brian?
The to the left, the foreground on the left. It looks like a bird is on top of somebody's head. I know because I used to have a cocktail back in the day. I don't know why.
Right here.
It looks like a tiny head that looks like the feather end and all that. And I'm curious.
I don't know if that's a person or not.
It kind of looks like a turkey on a rock in a desert. You could be right.
Or in Zelda terms, it'd be a Cucho. And then if you hit it, it's going to attack you.
I'm just going to throw it out there because what I think. So it looks like if you could stay in a little bit, it looks like you have. This is the throne of Mars, where Lanfear rules. So I think this stone shape on the bottom here. So I think it's two different images. I think that's so you have stone right there where your cursor's at. That's all stone. That's a seat, and there's something sitting in there. So that's a person right there where you're hovering. So you have a person on a throne. I don't know where the fuck they are. I don't know if he's tripping out. I don't know if this is Tar in the World of Dreams and he's having a weird fever dream and this is supposed to be their take on like Celine or some bullshit, or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's a terrible rendition of the Snakes and Foxes. I don't know, but I think it's a throne with somebody on it. I definitely don't think it's Suroth. I think it's something else, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I got it. So I forget what was the consensus. Now I was just joking about the whole this being on the moon and all that. Do you think this is a dream? And do you think this is him dreaming of being a prisoner to the wheel? I forget what we.
It's probably some. Maybe go ahead.
It's probably some basic bitch thing where the Dark One is infiltrating his mind. And this is all in his head because Rand can't actually do anything. He's going to be moping somewhere and hiding, and he's going to be tormented by the Dark One with all of these images and things like that. And that's what my guess is.
I got a question. I have a question for you guys. You guys are probably going to hate me for bringing this up.
Probably.
Do you think that's probably the Dark One? And I'm not talking Ishii. Like they think Ishii's the Dark One, but I think he's just a bitch. I think they're gonna cast someone for the Dark One, and then it's gonna be a woman.
I got that one up. Robert Moore, I got that one right here.
So is this a new one or is this the one I covered? Because I know I covered one. Is it how old is this article?
This is
Sorry.
from 1 day ago. This is from 1 day ago.
Okay, so it's a new one. So that you'll get a video from me on this one too, because this is now like I don't know if does Amazon own is Screen Rant a subsidiary of Amazon?
No,
because Screen Rant is just pouring out the worst defense articles for this show that I have ever. They're all terrible.
I think they have a deal with almost all the major studios or something.
But
so
it's
they
worse.
have
Go ahead.
to.
I think it has to do with ad rates. I think it has to do with being very advertiser friendly. Okay. And let's be honest about it. If you watch the organic social media interaction on this show, it's dead. No one cares about this show. No one cares. No one is going to watch it. And I finally found the damn Nielsen ratings on this. We should do a show or a video on that. Yeah. It took a lot, but I finally found them, and it is catastrophic. We'll just say that it's everything we intuited it to be, and we'll do a video on it and we'll talk about it. But it just, dude, the reason why it blew up in the first week was they released 2 episodes at the same time, I believe, or was it 3? And they counted 3. Even so it was 3. And even if you watched 1 minute, they counted all 3 hours as watch time.
Yep. Well, no, we talked about that one first, because that was our suspicion.
When it first happened.
They had they said they had it was like the biggest release ever, and they did like some I forgot what the number was, 3 billion views or something like that, right? Or hours.
I got the numbers for that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So that's a great content for another video stream, whatever. Yep. But I remember us talking about it because we're like, well, okay, so the first week you got 3 billion, then the next week you got what? Nothing. And then it just dropped off a cliff. And it's like, it's obvious.
That's what happened.
Right. It was 3 episodes. People watched the 3 episodes to see what they were getting into, and then they stopped watching because it was garbage.
And this isn't parrot analytics where it can be really corrupt and subjective. This is actually Nielsen ratings, which again, it's good to have multiple sources of data to sort of cross correlate. But given the fact that this was buried so deeply and no one really talks about it, I'd say that it has some validity. It is interesting going back and looking at some of the old articles from 2020, even before the show came out, that people were ripping on Rafe Judkins that were close to the production. I found some of those, and it's like, this has been ongoing since it started. People who found out what he was doing are not happy. And we're not divisive book fans.
So, I do want to real quick this one, just because Evil Horned Rat God, love you, buddy. The one thing about Rafe changing everything to be Rosewood Pike show is that he will either skip Dumais Wells or the shit show will be canceled before it gets to the point. So I have here's my theory, okay? Because, and I've kept it no secret. Rafe is publicly on record saying he wants. Now I'm gonna butcher this because it's been a while. He wants to do Dumais Wells. He wants to at least get to Dumais Wells. It's one of the scenes he is most looking forward to bringing to the screen. So that's why part of why I have always said myself, my prediction is that
I'm not this smart.
We will get to season 4, and they will force Dumais Wells to the climax of season 4, and that's where we're going to end. That's why. So there's a reason why my prediction has always been 4 seasons, and that's it. Because it's just if we're faking 2 books per season, we can get to Dumais Wells. He can destroy that and then move on. Sorry, Salty, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, and it was to echo what you were saying. I thought that Rafe Judkins said his last season on this will be season 3, and he's handing it season 4 off to somebody else. Now I need to corroborate that, but they're shooting it now. Shooting has stopped for season 3. Just FYI. And I want to say this right now. Look for this show to be broken into 2 parts like The Witcher. because this strike that's going on now is not going to end anytime soon. Not just this show, but shows you actually may like will potentially be delayed and then spread out over multiple months instead of like big drops.
Dune 2 is slated to be released now in 2024.
24, yeah.
Did they confirm it? See, I didn't want to run with it. Yeah,
not confirmed yet. But it's.
But see, I didn't want to run with it until they confirmed it.
Yeah. So real quick
and
here,
the Marvels too.
Oh,
Sorry,
I think
ahead.
like everything. Right?
No.
Oh my God! What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Misogynist.
So Staple Boat, I didn't go into it. Okay, I didn't say what Demise Wells is, other than look forward to Demise Wells report. Okay,
I know I know. I looked at the chapters in this book. That's how I knew. That's how I remember where it was. But I'm only on the Shadow Rising. So yeah.
So Elena,
hey, that's what I do. That's what I do. I look ahead sometimes.
All that Star Trek Picard has rotted your brain, Nerdporial. That's all I'm gonna say.
Elena Duncan for the panel. Thank you for being here, Elena. You're always leaving awesome chats for us. I appreciate it.
Yes, we love you.
When characters like Ishii end up dying and then coming back, do you think they will change actors? Well, you know he died.
My mind's a goldfish. So
your mind's a goldfish. Shoot.
Well, he died in the first book and came back in the second.
That's true.
And then he died. And then he died in the third book. And then he died in the third book, and he stayed dead because his body was there. We actually saw the body.
The third book, right? Yeah. So I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. I can't think
that would be too much creativity to change actors.
I actually don't think he's. I think he's some weird amalgamation of Ishii. I don't think he's actually Ishii. I don't think he's ever gonna die.
I cannot imagine that actor playing Ishii or the Dark One in a sword fight with Yosha in the sky, or even better. Well, they're not going to do the Stone of Tears, so who knows what they're going to do.
I think what they're going to do, and they showed us in the trailer, was instead of the Balsamon fight, they're just going to have the Turok fight be the big fight. And they're going to completely replace Balsamon entirely. And it's going to be a total limp dick thing that it's just going to be hugging and crying, and Moraine will have to save him anyway.
Well, you know the worst part is Balsamon was awesome, and they've already ditched it. Right, they've already ditched Balsamon. Balsamon is gone. Right, it's like the fiery face, the flaming eyes, the intimidating, crazy motherfucker. Right, that dude is gone, and it was all for a stupid reveal and dream sequence. Rah, and then that stupid CGI face coming off. It's like.
There's a hockey mask with duct tape with some Christmas lights behind it. And then they had some spray painted Siberian husky eating some hamburger out of Perrin's dead wife. That was season 1.
Why there's so much wrong with that?
Being nice. I'm being glowingly nice with my depiction of that scene. Okay.
Glowing red hockey mask and Perrin's dead wife. It's like, what show? What can we talk? Perrin's dead wife. What is? Frank, you're 100% right. Since they cover about like maybe 2% of each book, they could probably do them all in one season. According to his own
do
words,
all of them. Just do all of them in one episode. Let's just do that. Just do all in one episode.
Well, according to some of the interviews Salty's pulled up on his channel from Rafe, he wants you to think about every book in every season. So he is taking from every book, right? What a hack. So yeah, unironically, you're right. He could probably say he's doing everything. Ooh, is this one of the new photos?
Looks like someone I went to high school with.
Man,
I don't know what the hell to think about this. I would love to have chat's reaction to this because this is so terrible in so many ways.
The Suldom looks so bad. Like, I don't know why every time I see one of the Suldom with that stupid face paint, I think they've just gorged themselves on chocolate cake and like have left the stain there. Like, it looks.
Well, we got the explanation from the costume designer in the article that's in the Nerdist. You guys can find it. Just do Wheel of Time Season 2 Nerdist. It's an article from today. It's the one I covered on the video. The costume designer said that the inspiration behind the Senshan were Imperial Japanese and Mesoamerican. So what you're looking at is a mashup of Chinese ancient culture with Amazon rainforest tribes.
Sorry, just James'
The
comment.
people in my comment section just lost it. I mean, I'm not. I don't have words for this. I mean, look.
Instead of fucked up zombie, it's like James' comments just like it said fucked up zombie from The Walking Dead.
Especially behind her
on the soul dom.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is that, dude? I know. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom in more. I saw this shit and I'm like, what in the fuck am I looking at? I mean, you know what? They probably got this from the prop department for that Mad Max movie remake, right? This is one of the stunt masks.
Well, that's what Jocksters, the Son of Jockster rejects from Fury Road. We gotta find out where all these costumes came from, since we know they've looted the Troy stuff. Killer Clowns. I gotta say shout out to my boy Easton. See you tomorrow. You're home tomorrow. I can't wait to see you, buddy. I will see you tomorrow.
Didn't the three of us watch? Me, you, and Easton watch Killer Clowns.
We did. That was great.
I watched that. That was a good live stream. But the thing that I'm interested in is this dame in the front. And again, I think women are beautiful no matter what shape they are. I am just not entirely convinced that is a woman. That's a woman. That's a biological female. I'm gonna park that right there.
Okay? So hold on. Before I lose it, because I don't want to interrupt anybody. But sorry. Is this the girl that they're saying is Pura, that they've been making a big deal about the casting of? Remember, I'm gonna look it up real quick. But there's a dame named Pura. It has
Want me to do it and you run your show? I'll look it
up. I think it was on Wheel of Time series, Salty. You know, whatever you think about their coverage, they're actually pretty on point with some of the castings that they announced. So I'll give them props to that. The content of their articles is questionable, but they're pretty on the pulse of what's happening with this garbage show. But they've been making a real big deal about this one dame. And I think this is it, because all of the images of this we're getting is her. Like, we have had more images of her than Matt. We've had more images of her than probably Rand. Like, we have seen more about this one dame than we have seen from even Egwene. I think we've seen more of this person than Egwene. Like, it's crazy the amount of coverage this single dame is getting. And I'm pretty sure they made a special announcement that she was cast as Pura, which Pura is like, there it is, Pura is that right? Or are you making fun of me since I met?
Well, you couldn't blame him.
Share. Take the share.
Yes, that's
what did I just do?
It's in the book. It's in the book.
Yeah, right. For all 2 sentences. All right, here we go. Is this it? There you go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna scroll down. You guys can keep talking, but yeah.
Oh, it might.
British
is that
actor
her?
known for what I'm trying. Jolie is a British singer-songwriter. She Domina Kenyan. So I'm guessing they're going left to right. So that would mean Joelle is an actor known for Dune. Okay, so it's just Joelle is her name. That's kind of sus. I'm gonna look up this.
Let me see
who this is.
I'm looking real too. Is that so? That's the one they are.
Joelle. Yeah, I'm guessing it's.
And that's the Pura actress, as far as we know.
Yeah,
is that her? So I guess that's somebody different. So, because that doesn't look like her. So maybe that's not Pura. Maybe I don't know why this. I mean, it just shows you how much time they're going to spend on Dame, I guess, because like there's so much coverage of just her, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like she's everywhere. Like everything you see, it's her doing her stupid weave dance with her balls of flames up her arms, right? So I don't think it's this middle act, the one on the left, the bald one. I don't think that's her. Is it?
You don't think so?
Is it? What do you guys think? Do you think that's her? And maybe it is. I can't tell. Maybe it's because they got the braided. Maybe it is her. What do you guys think? I can't tell. Chat. What do you think? Is that the girl from all the images?
Photoshop
ball-
a pacifier in there and see.
Yeah, that's true. It does make it hard with the pacifier.
She's not on IMDb, which leads me to believe there's something else going on there. So
I don't know, but yeah, I just find it amazing that just Adame, which there's very few important ones, is getting so front and center. I guess it's because they're weapons. I guess I don't know.
I found her.
Oh, you found her?
Yeah, so she was diagnosed with alopecia. So there's your intersectionality. She is this
I
is
hope not.
Oh,
Do you think-
hold on.
So do you
Jesus,
think I have to ask? Do you think Chris Rock will make a joke about her?
Why not? Yeah, so this is what she looked like until she had the alopecia thing. So so it's interesting. She's
Ooh.
I guess that, but I don't know. I don't know if it's her or not. I don't know.
It's hard to tell, right? I can't tell. So first of all, hold on. Sam 8000, thank you for the $2. Lord of Chaos is my favorite book of all time. You know what, man? It's hard to top it. Lord of Chaos is extremely good. Let's see. So Nas wants some insider info. Let me see what I can.
What do you
want? Let's see. I need a picture of some sort to go off of. I gotta get started.
I got you.
Okay, you can bring up that Pura thing again. There you go.
Yep,
Okay,
I got it.
So
there you are.
So let's see here. How do I want to start this? So let's see. So, oh man. So
this is our contact at Amazon Prime.
So I don't.
Chicken Hawk. It's
Chicken Hawk.
right?
Is it Chicken Hawk? So
Yeah.
Salty's been borrowing.
Insider.
Salty's been borrowing my insider that is definitely not in Amazon at all. He doesn't work for Disney either. We don't even know if it's a Chicken Hawk. Codename Chicken Hawk. Also goes by Mighty Eagle from time to time just to throw off the troops. Okay, so this is the scene right before. Okay, so she has gotten really sad. She sees all these slaves or something that are about to be turned into Dame. Even though they can't channel at all, they're just gonna throw ball gags in them. Right. All of a sudden, a Star Destroyer shows up in orbit, and it's like, what the hell is going on? And Rey Skywalker with two lightsabers, Rey Palpatine with two lightsabers ablaze, flies out of, and then she turns, this Dame turns around and she goes, and she has her little fireball sparky things, and it goes, and shoots at her, and Rey goes, no, and does her little cross beam thing, right? And then she kills everybody. Everybody dies, and Rey lands on the floor.
I am all the Aes Sedai.
And everybody's dead, and she's like past herself. She's like this. She goes like this. She's like, okay, good work. And then she sticks her lightsaber in the ground, right? And a big hole opens up, and water starts cascading through it. It's like, oh my God, where's this water coming from? And all these doors start opening, and then a temple raises out of the floor, and then all of a sudden, the water hits a vein of crack. It's like a crack in the ground, right? It's not a vein of crack. There's a big crack vein.
And Hunter Biden comes in.
I was gonna say,
Biden pops out. No, sorry, he's all full of white, and then the water goes by and it hits a thing of magma, and a giant statue of Rey Palpatine comes out in the sun, and it looks like a mountain. It starts erupting fire out of it. It's like rah, and then she goes and sits on the temple, and she puts her lightsaber in it. And she thrusts it in there. And she turns to stone, and then she's there forever. The end.
And because of all that, Kathleen Kennedy is made CEO of Disney.
There it is.
Yes.
And to put a pin in that one, she renames the lightsaber that she puts in their Kalimdor and tells everybody that her name is Rey Althor.
That's true.
Oh my God.
Right. And then the funny thing is later Rand comes to town, right? Because he's going to claim Kalimdor. And he tries to yank it out. And it's like, I can't get it out. And then Egwene goes up there and pushes him off the side of it. He breaks his neck. He pushes Rand up. He breaks his neck.
She backhands him.
He's dead. And Egwene just pulls the thing out. And she's like, whoa. And then everyone's like, oh my God. And Nynaeve goes, no. And a giant bubble explodes. And everybody gets healed to full power, and Rand is 15 times taller, and then he stomps on Egwene and says, give me my sword, biatch, and then the sword kills him again. And then Nynaeve goes, she's unbreakable, Rand, you shouldn't have done that. And then he's
And
like,
this is
"Oh."
more thought and care that went into episode 1 and season 1 and season 2 of the Wheel of Time. Look at Evil Horned Rat God's comment. That is pure straight up genius. Yep.
That's what
That's it.
At the funeral, Tamal Thor says, "You were no son of mine."
Yeah.
Jag Creed Reborn. There you go. So yeah, there you go. That's Ray Palpatine's gonna make her appearance. So there you go.
And
I would kill for National Lampoon's Wheel of Time. That would be great.
Rafe's already made it. How can National Lampoon make anything funnier than that? Really?
No, it's not funny. It's sad. That's how
it's pathetic.
I'm sorry, Lyle. I had to put the secret water dungeon that created Mount Doom in there. I couldn't resist. All right, Wheel of Time is so good at borrowing from other shows. We know that they've outfitted half of the characters with armor from other shows. Why not steal a stupid stream under a town that makes Dragon Mount? Why not? Why not? Right?
Yeah, yeah, and it's the same thing with those metal. What do they call them? Dummy pacifiers. It was in the article today. I mean, no one can tell me that wasn't stripped out of The Handmaid's Tale. I mean, it's just this show was done filming over a year ago. I have seen several interviews with Rafe Judkins last March, April, that said by the summer of 2022 you will have a full trailer. They were anticipating releasing a full trailer of this. What happened? And I don't know what that is, but I'm starting to think they had the CG, a lot of the bad designs for costumes out to make it watchable, which is why if you see Rand wearing the most bland blue, like Amazon cheap looking bathrobes, I'm really starting to wonder if that's not the case and why we didn't get a trailer until now.
I mean, the trailer was a mess. And there were parts that, you're right. Uncanny Valley. The costuming shit, and then it's there were scenes I swear that one scene, they put Rand's head looks so weird on his body, and that it looks so weird. It's what is happening here?
What I mean.
But Grifter 23, no, the Dark One will have to be a man because men equal bad. Men tainted the Dark One's power through the true source in the books. Men were corrupted by the taint and not the other way around. Correct. I mean, eventually too. It wasn't instantly with everybody too, but
that was a response to what I said. Because I thought the Dark One. I thought they were going to create a new character for the Dark One, and that it would be a woman, and that the reason why the Dark One's a woman is because of a man.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed.
Okay, that didn't make any sense. All right, that didn't make any sense. But the reason why there's a higher level of evil than the Dark One in this Wheel of Time universe, Wheel of Prime. Excuse my language. I take responsibility. I do. Men are the true evil, not the Dark One.
So I don't.
Sensei.
Oh, sorry, did I miss one? Which one?
No, I'm zooming in on something because Matt Sensei say, is the Sultan wearing an Aes Sedai ring without a stone? And so what I'm trying to do, that's as far as I can zoom in.
I don't think so. It looks like it's a different shape. Right here. I would be surprised. And then she's got
another one here. There's something else here too.
I don't know. It's maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Look at that.
This one, it's on the left, not the right hand.
Look at this.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I looking at?
It looks terrible. It looks like something. It looks like something out of an old cartoon. Like an old.
Look at this.
One of those.
What is this? What the hell am I looking at? I mean, this has got to be from Fury Road.
That's Walking Dead. It's either Fury Road or Walking Dead.
So hold on, I'm trying to catch up to some of the chat here. I'm not sure what you guys don't think that's him. Is it someone else who's in the shape? Are we talking about the wheel? If you're talking about the wheel, it's him. The CGI, they did something to it to when they start zooming out, it looks like they put Josh's face on somebody else's body. So it is Rand, but the way they did it, it looks like his head is too big for the body. It looks really weird. If you look at it again real close, if that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure if that's what you're talking. Oh yeah, is that? So they've done something that his head looks really weird on the body. That's all I'm saying there. Lyle, I don't think he will because they have an opportunity to do it in this show, and they chose to put some black Carhian jacket on him instead of giving him his red and gold. He still didn't have a dragon banner.
He looks like he's gonna do some martial arts right there with that outfit that you're talking about. Like
he looks like the drummer for Motorhead. Look at the size of those drumsticks. It's like he's.
Why do we think? Okay, so hold on. Somebody asked, why do we think all these people are in white robes like this? Like, do we think this is all poor people in this village, or like, why are they all in?
They are an example of what the Damane should be wearing.
What I'm going to guess is,
so are we confirmed that that's Damane with the Nook, or is that someone else?
What, this right here in front?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
All the Damane have the ball gags, and then all the Suldam have the terrible face paint. And I think Amber Wilson is right. I'm betting this is going to be a scene of the Sean Chan looking for female channelers or something similar.
That's what it is. That's 100%. What it is, and it's also, I think, right after the scene, because this is where they in the show they capture Perrin and the gang going after the horn. It's the same village, so this would be the morning after. So they've rounded up all these women to see who can channel. That's my guess, because this is the same goddamn set where they bring in Lady Suroth and all this other horse shit, and they probably have Rand become a werewolf, like you said.
Perrin. That'd be funny if Rand became a werewolf.
Perrin. Sorry, Perrin.
Perrin bites him when they're having intercourse, and he becomes a lichen. There you go. I like that. That's more. As you heard it here first. When Perrin and Rand finally hook up, Perrin nibbles on his ear and turns Rand into a wolf brother.
But just look at the colors of the costumes for the Sea-Chan. Doesn't it remind you of going to an IHOP in the early '90s where everything was that teal and maroon? They must have got a deal on that fabric or something like that.
It looks so out of place, right? It just looks like, I don't know. It just looks weird to me. I don't know.
So here's my thought.
No chain. There's no chain, Jacob. They just have they have the ball gag, they have the collar, and they have the bracelet. No chain.
Yeah. This is my thought on this. Anything that is that is put out there in terms of a main or storyline character is given something in color to wear. Everything else is drab and colorless, so that the focus is drawn onto what they want, and that's it. Because everything else, it's like they're trying to act in that one movie that was all black and white with Spider-Man for a long time.
Yeah, that's all right. I couldn't help that. It's such a good comment.
Oh man, that is so true. But but everything else is colorless in this, and it was like that last season. And it's so damn boring. There's nothing to catch your eyes at all in this show.
Dude,
interesting too. Look at this spinal injury neck immobilizer thing that they're going with here. If you look at it and zoom in on it, it's interesting because I'm going to postulate that they're going to work in more of the post-apocalyptic spoilers, because you can see it looks like imprints of circuit boards. If this was them trying to get some type of a pattern of coral, they failed miserably. But one thing it does kind of look like is soldered tech or something else like that. That's going to be my guess. But if they were going for some type of sea theme or insect theme, they failed utterly. Seriously.
That's probably what it is then.
Well, they've failed the insect theme 100%. Like, none of it looks like insect stuff. It looks like just like.
Are they going to have the CGI beasts? I mean, we've talked about this before, but they have. You'd think they would show them off if.
I think there's one clip where you see a head of I think it's a Grom. I think. It's hard to see, but I doubt we're gonna get Rockin'. I mean, they don't like flying things, right? We don't get Drakkar, so Rackin' and Rockin', that they probably ain't gonna be in there. But I swear to God, there was one of the small clips or one of the clips in one of the trailers that you could see the head of some sort of beast. It looked nothing like I would have imagined it looking like, but I don't know. It could have been Dark Hounds. It could. I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm not really sure.
Could have been a fade.
We got an assist in chat from Dave Z Dude. I'm gonna go ahead and jump back to.
Okay, so that's
over
definitely not
here.
Pura then. I hope.
No, we got a name of an actress, because why would it in any way be what was in the books, right? Here we go. So let me know when you got that one.
Got it.
So the Pura is the African American lady, third from left.
Okay. So that means it's gonna have a. So now, correct me if I'm wrong. Pura is mentioned like once or twice. Like it has no real importance in the series. Like what? It's just because the Sul'dam's like says Pura is like a good Sul'dam or good Dame, or isn't she uses like an example of a good obedient Dame or something like that? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I know she's not important.
Doesn't she have some kind of like Egwene have an emotional attachment to her just because she was trying to go back and save her and never could?
Yeah,
I think so. I don't know.
I can't remember. I mean, this is how important that character is. It's not. She's not. I mean,
yeah, she's not.
It's there as a little bit of a character development for Egwene, but a minor bit of development in the books. So they're going to sit there and blow up a role for her.
Oh God, I know what they're going to do. They're going to show the victimhood slavery thing where she's abused, because she's the one that asks Egwene to remember her real name as a yellow Aja. So we're going to get all the victimhood bullshit with this character.
That's right. I do. Elena,
this is so much better than watching Rand and Matt and Perrin, isn't it?
Yeah.
All of this is so much better.
I'm so like every time I think about any of this shit, right? That I know they're injecting, I think to myself, man, that's so much better than me watching in all the tension of watching Rand and Loyal sneak into a dark friend camp full of fades and one crazy Padden Fane, sneak through there, grab the box with the Horn of Valyria and the dagger, and sneak out, and then have Padden Fane wake up and frickin' it go freaking crazy, and then the hunt begins again in a different fashion. Now, see, it's like the hunt is the hunt for the horn, right? So Rand captures the horn. Now who's hunting the horn? Padden Fane is then hunting the horn. Fane then gets the horn back, and then we're hunting the horn. It's like, whatever. What a fucking. But
so I forget. What did we think about Padden Fane? Like, is he just going to go there, give the horn, and then fuck off?
Well, obviously he's going to do some nonsense because he doesn't have the dagger. So, like, because Matt ends up with the dagger again. So I think he's just going to go report to the Dark One and be like, hey, I got the box. And the Dark One, the used car salesman is going to go, thanks. Oh, by the way, give me the dagger too. And Fane's going to be like, it's my dagger. He's going to be like, no, give me the dagger. He's going to be like, it's like, give me the fucking dagger. And he's going to be like, all right. And then Matt's going to steal the dagger back or some bullshit. And that's going to be it.
Can you show Sensei Matt's last comment? Because I nearly like spit all over the place.
Yeah, because I want to come back to Elena.
You guys in chat are so damn fun. You guys are so damn fun.
I think they should make this one right here.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they should make Purr's special talent to be purifying water. She would be a Dame equivalent of a water filter.
I can't. I have to admit though, I was thirsty whenever I would read her name in the book.
Ooh, and Toriel's thirsty for Pura. You heard it here first.
Oh man!
All right, real quick. So Elena, I'm glad you asked. So we're working it out. I know that the White Cloaks. We sort of got to get together and sort of figure out how we all want to do this. I know Pips is out of town, unfortunately, for the run of this, but I know that they're interested in doing sort of a Discord watch party. My Discord is in my on my channel screen. But what we've done in the past and what I think we'll probably do, I don't know if we'll do a pre-show. We'll see how much want there is for a pre-show, and then we may do a live watch where we're actually some of us are together on YouTube, like watching it live while we're all watching it together in Discord.
Yeah.
So that's what we've done. We did that with Rings of Power. It was actually pretty fun. Me and Nerporial did it with peripheral with Zach's friend, Zach's 7 or Zach's Tube. I'm sorry, I think he's switching over to Zach's Tube. So we did peripheral with that, was pretty fun. So I think we're just trying to.
Yeah, we did Picard as well.
Picard we
so-
did as well, live watch it. So it's actually pretty fun. We watch it together in Discord, and we comment live, and then usually we do sort of an after show recap right after. So we're sort of trying to figure out the logistics of all of it. We need to hurry up with that because it's coming soon. But we sort of want to make sure everybody not only can find us so they can watch it, but everybody sort of gets their time to sort of be the one. We don't want to fight over time. Like, we want everybody to it's hard sometimes, but we want everybody to sort of, the White Cloaks, they're doing a lot of good work over there. We want to get them, they are monetized now. We want to get them up and make sure they get we want everybody to get their share of the sort of the spoils of this crap, right? So we're figuring this out. The White Cloaks. I don't know, Elena, if you've discovered the White Cloaks yet. The White Cloaks are, if you think I'm a nitpicker, whoo-wee, they are the best.
They go into deep analysis. Like
they did a full rewatch of season 1, a rewatch.
It was like 35 parts. It was like it was like 40,000 parts. Like
myself, Nerporio,
3 hours for every 15 minutes.
Yeah. Myself, Nerporio, Nathan, we all guest viewed, but they're planning on doing the same thing with season 2, doing an in-depth rewatch of everything that's wrong with it. So yes, we are planning on doing live watches. We will try and get it out to you where and how we're going to do that. I will definitely be doing reviews of every episode, and we will be live somewhere. I'm sure at some point it'll be on my channel, Salty's channel, and the White Cloaks channel, at least after Nerporio 2. Sorry, buddy, I forgot. I don't know why. I wasn't sure if you were interested. I know sometimes you're not interested in doing it.
I know. I was gonna announce this. I'm gonna be like, yes, I'm gonna be covering the Wheel of Time.
So that's why we got to get together. I know we got a lot of people that are interested. So I would like to, and
we'll figure it out. That's the answer.
Yeah, exactly. We're figuring it out, but yes, it's going to happen.
Like the Beatles, we will work it out. We will work it out. Life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friends.
So yes,
oh damn,
yes, we will be doing it somewhere. Panel question from Amber Wilson. Sorry, that was very long, just because we're still working on figuring it out. So, isn't the style of the collar going to make it more difficult to snap into someone when they are actively fighting back? Yeah. I mean, look, I guess we have to see how it's put on. The collar part is like the least problem I have with the whole thing. If they just left it the collar and the bracelet, like, I could have been okay with it. But the ball gag thing just throws it over for me.
Well, but this is also the people that brought you Blood Snow.
That's true.
So it doesn't have to make sense. These people are fully retarded and have no capability to do anything properly.
And just imagine again the context of this. There's going to be 1,400 pages of story with character development that in no way, shape, or form occurred that was present within the eye of the world. They're not going to develop any characters here. We already know who the star of the show is. It's Rosamund Pike. So account for that to be half of your screen time. Who's going to get the rest? Egwene and Nynaeve. I do predict that Matt will somehow get something he shouldn't have until he went to Rudian, or maybe who knows what they're going to do. But I think that Matt's going to get something that he shouldn't have in this season because they don't know what to do with him. And as far as Perrin, how much was he even in the trailer?
He's never going to get an axe. That's the craziest thing. He is never going to get an axe. They've all but just confirmed that he has a weapon in this, and they didn't even give him. They didn't even fake it.
It's a letter opener.
It's a
Bilbo
tiny
Baggins. Bilbo Baggins would call it a letter opener. That's how big that is.
I mean, they didn't even give him a freaking It's like you have an opportunity to just correct it. Give him the axe, even if he finds it on a dead soldier or something. It's like, oh, that's a cool. It's like, no, Perrin has a sword. It's like, what are we doing? It's like corrects. That's why it's blatantly obvious that they're doing some of these things to spite all of us that are critical of their show, because it's easy to be like, you know what, we messed that up. We got to get him the axe as soon as we can, right? or you know, those are easy things that would actually be meaningful. No, we're just gonna ignore the fact, and then we're gonna say, "Hey, you danced the swords well." It's like
I just wanted to bring this up. I just wanted to bring this up for you because we started with this, but I just thought it'd be interesting to react to. While you're doing that, Sensei Matt says, someone check that dagger to find out if they stole it from another show. I luckily have that in high def. I'll be back.
Are we talking about this Lanfear tweet? I'm sorry, it was because we're gonna have to wrap up soon. I have to go. I want to. Is this what you're talking about, Staple? Just because I want to. Staple said we still need to see that Lanfear tweet. Is that what we're talking about?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I missed it. I was reading chat. So let's see. Lanfear is the true definition of I will. Oh shit! What happened to it? You're gone. You're scrolling through. What happened? I lost the tweet. Where'd it go, Salty?
I'm trying to work in the background and I can't do it. Damn it! All right. Shit. Hold on.
I was reading it. It's gone.
Sorry. I'll be back. Okay. This is why I need like a.
I'm sorry. No,
no.
Talk amongst yourselves.
God damn it! Sorry, I totally boomered that one.
Elena and Staplebo are both looking for this. So if you know, ask and you shall receive. Thank you very much, Salty. Again. Right. So, how you doing, Thumb? Thank you for being here. Forsaken, you were gifted, I think, a membership from Mr. Salty. Or Nerporio. It was one of the two. They both were very nice and gave away some free membership, so enjoy that. Lanfear is the true definition of I will love you in this world and the next. Her boyfriend versus what? Her boyfriend versus his reincarnation. I don't blame her. She's has good
taste. This has got 200 likes on Twitter, and I blocked this person out. Because I didn't want to encourage anybody to go after them. But this is the kind of stuff that we're seeing, which it makes absolutely no sense.
Louis Theron wasn't her boyfriend, yo. Like for a time.
This is an adult. This is not a 14-year-old. This is an adult.
I don't know how you classify
with the YouTube channel.
I don't understand how you classify Lanfear as Louis Theron's boyfriend. I mean, they were together for a short period of time, but then she went nutso, and he said, "I'm with Elena." Like, do we lose track of Elena, like his wife, that he goes crazy because he killed?
This is Glenn Close level.
She doesn't exist on the show.
Yeah. Who was he talking to in that episode? Was that her or was that someone else?
No, that was someone else. That was.
I'm not going to help you.
That was probably the Amirlan seat instead of because he's the Tamirlan.
Yeah, he was the actual leader of the tower.
Okay, so I've got a huge fucking problem with that first sentence. Period.
I know.
Lanfear didn't love shit.
Power.
Nope,
she loves power.
Period. Nope. She wanted to be banging the guy with the most power so that she could elevate herself through that power, and that is all she cared about. Her greed was power. It's the reason why there was a bore to the Dark One. It was Lanfear's arrogance, not man's arrogance. So this bullshit here can kiss my ass.
Yeah. So Nathan nails it, and it's one of those. It's another thing that we've glossed over in the book, and on the book in the show. The bore is now Rand's fault. It's not. At least I guess we're calling the Eye of the World a bore now. But as you all know, everybody in chat has read it and knows the story. Lanfear's agreed.
Spoilers.
Release the dark. Is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe. Lanfear's greed released the Dark One on the world. Period. And it's another one of those, like, she delved too deep, and well, you get what you get for being power hungry, and there you go. And then Nathan's right. It was never about love. It was about power. She wanted to attach herself to the most powerful person, and then the same thing's happening with Rand. The only reason she's interested in Rand is to control his power and lead him around. That's it. She doesn't love him.
Trip is right. I think Trip just gave us the sympathetic backstory for season 2. He was a Lanfear and cheated on her. Either that or was intimidated by how strong, powerful, and beautiful she was, and therefore had to push her or took credit for her work. It's the same tired horse shit we see with all these shows, really.
I mean, yeah, so it's one of those things. It's like you know, calling the Eye of the World the Boar. Now Rand has released the Dark One on the world, not Lanfear.
I think your spelling's right, Forsaken. I think Ileana is how it's spelled in the books.
I bet Man of Netherton is right. The way we get a mention of Ileana, I think, I don't know. It's just and I'm not going to assume who this is, but from the sound of it, it's like because we got to wrap up here. I'm sorry, guys, because I got to go to work tonight. But it really, it's for me. It really makes me sad when you have all of these people that have dedicated large chunks of their lives to the books and to the story of the Wheel of Time, and they say they are staunch fans of the Wheel of Time. They defend this. They defend the books. They love the books. They've built businesses around the books. They've built websites. They've dedicated portions of their life about these great books and these great stories. And the minute a TV show comes around, even if it has nothing to do with the books at all, and all it does is outright just hurt the books and hurt the source material, they are so eager to get their little pat on the back and their access and their little bit of attention from these B, D, C, D tier list people, that they will sell their souls and say, you know what, I'm going to sell my book, my favorite, this thing that I have loved for years and years and years. I'm just going to sell it down the river so I can get a pat on the back and some access and get a few Twitter likes from a bunch of crazy people. That's pretty much
what it is.
It's all over the face.
And procuring this community, this faux positive community.
And that's the other part, is selling false hope, which is, we all know what's going on in YouTube. We're all so tired of hearing about this is woke and this is bad and this is race swapped and this is intersectional feminism. We're all tired of it, right? I get it. I am too. But to make a show or to run a channel talking about something which is objectively not in any way what the source material is, would be like me saying the Rings of Power was the most faithful thing since Peter Jackson. If I did that, it would destroy my credibility. And that's what these people are doing. They are giving people something to be hyped up about that is wrong and substandard. And not only that, but it's perpetuating a lie.
If they did adapt, let's just say, in another world other than this, it was adapted proper. Do you think they would still like it, or do you think they would be critical that it was,
I don't know what's in these people's hearts. I mean, honestly, I think that's a really good question. I mean, could it be that if they were the wrong politics, if they voted the wrong way, if they denied the weather, if they didn't get all of the pokes, all this horse shit? I mean, is that part of what goes into these people's brains who do shit like this? I don't know. What I do know is I'm glad I'm not one of those people. And you know what? I mean, it doesn't make me better or worse, but it means when I'm on my goddamn deathbed, though, I'm going to have my soul. Okay, so this other shit is over. Look at the Tolkien fan sites, the same stuff.
Sorry. I think a good story idea. I'll just say it, exploring the idea of how far do you have to go? How far is not far enough? I brought this up earlier. How far is too far for these people? In terms of,
there is none.
Ask
them what's good and evil.
Yeah. It's insane when you really think about it. It's like,
so real quick, I want to say highlight a few chats here. What if LLT's Louis? I'm assuming you're Louis Theron.
Telamon.
Is a kid in a flashback is also Lanfear. So we get a scene of Lanfear and Louis Theron going to school and being best buddies, and then their love blossoms and they become high school sweethearts, and then is that what we're doing? Is that what we're thinking? Oh my god, I could vomit
just
live
had flashbacks to them using the turtles, me and you.
I could vomit live on fucking YouTube.
Well,
oh my god.
And that means he'll be really pissed off because him destroying the world and breaking the world is his way of getting out of alimony payments.
Oh my god. Oh yes, and yes, remember the free trip. Yep, that's what we're talking. Exactly.
Oh, I do. I'm still blocked by a lot of those Tolkien fan sites. So yeah.
Well, did they do something like that for Wheel of Time? Invite people to London? Is it an Amazon thing to do?
They can't now. They can't now because of the SAG-AFTRA WGA strike. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
For the
they
season
did
one,
with
it
the
was
first
just some big premiere where they gave out goodie bags full of condoms
So,
and
they flew people out to London for the
cyanide.
premiere.
Oh yeah, for
Did
this
they?
one.
Yep.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, for the
For
first
this
season.
one, for the first season.
For the first season. Yeah.
I don't know
Right,
if
but
they do
not
it
for this
season
one.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't.
Gadfly, I don't think most of them ever liked the books at all. They loved having a community and feeling important and having influence power with that community. That is highly possible.
It's crazy when you go back to the interviews with Rafe Judkins from 2020 and early 2021. He says, "I'm familiar with the books." He kept saying familiar, and then the story morphed into, "Well, my mom read me the books," and it's interesting. It's interesting. Again, it's a little obsessive, but I've been balls deep like everybody else on this panel has, and other people. But it's interesting to watch him change his phraseology of his connection to the books.
I used to run a Wheel of Time community on Yahoo Clubs back in the 90s, early 2000s.
Dude!
I kept an ear to the community ever since in some capacity, and it's one of the best fandoms I've ever seen. So sad. Yes, that's the problem. Like I was a part. I'm probably sure pretty much. I mean, Napoleon's just getting into it, but I know. I was frequented a website called theblacktower.net. It had message boards. It had all kinds of stuff. And we would always, a bunch of theory crafting. We'd always love going to the whitetower.net and messing with all those crazy people who thought the Aes Sedai could do no wrong. We're being some regular Black Tower blokes messing with the Aes Sedai and all that stuff. And it was fun. And what agree, disagree about a certain theory about it. You could just talk it out, and you could debate theories and all that stuff. All that is gone. It's all gone. It's sad. What am I pointing at?
Mahil and Air.
Okay.
Mahal and Air. This is
again.
it. I just wanted. Yeah, I ask again. How does somebody's mom read them these books?
Yeah.
When
Very
you're
slowly for him.
15, 20 years old.
Oh my God. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So I wish we could keep going. You guys have been awesome. Definitely, I'm off Wednesday, so I'd love to do it again next Wednesday. I think I'm not sure if we want to do the bingo card creation on an unhype, or if we want to do a special stream to just concentrate on making the Wheel of Time season 2 bingo card. I'll come up with a better name than bingo card, but I want to make basically a bingo card for everybody to sort of play along with some of the most ridiculous things that might happen over the season. And you can play along. You can mix it up where the squares are, and you can keep your stamps. And whoever gets, whatever. It'll just be fun to see how many times we get bingo with ridiculous stuff that we think is going to be in the show, or if we fill out the whole damn card.
It would be awesome to have people to take pictures and post it on social media, or that we could share out. There are generators that you can prefab set with the parameters that will auto generate things. It would just be so awesome to share that and shove it right in their faces.
I want to try, and of course we want as many people here as we can, but that's going to be one that is very, we're all going to be here hopefully doing it together. But chat, I want to be highly involved in that because you guys have so many good ideas, and I want to create something that I know we think some really ridiculous shit is going to happen, but I want it to be stuff that is still ridiculous but has a possibility of actually happening, because the goal is to predict some ridiculous stuff and fill up these boards with all these ridiculous things. So I think that could be fun. I haven't decided if we're going to do that during one of these or just do a separate stream.
We have to do a game show. We have to.
A game show?
To do a game show like Salty with the Jeopardy and all that.
Oh, well,
you have to craft
I would love some. I'm glad you guys like that. I tried to warn you guys.
No, it's great. Yeah. So we're definitely doing another unhype. At least I would like to do another unhype Wednesday. I'm off, so we're going to be here for another one. At least I am. Hopefully everybody else can be too. We got 41 viewers tonight. That's awesome. Thank you so much. We're close to 50 likes. That's crazy. Thank you so much. You want to play it real quick?
It's okay. Do 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 do.
Oh God.
I just wanted to clown this one. Yeah, this is a real dome scratcher, huh? Yeah. Sorry. Thanks.
Dylan, thank you. I appreciate. Wear it like a badge.
Yeah, right.
Now, so we're gonna be doing an unhype for sure. I will let you guys know if the bingo thing is gonna be different than a different stream than that. But I promise there will be. I'm gonna get back into making the videos. I know there was a little bit of downtime. I had some personal stuff going on, but you know what? I'm gonna push through that. Get the news back going. Thank you all for being here, you guys. Man, it meant a lot to me tonight. Thank you so much.
And don't forget to leave a like and leave a comment talking about this. That way, it'll bring more people in. That's what we want.
Yeah, and that's the point. Have some fun. Think of some ridiculous stuff and see how even though it's outlandish, if it shows up, then it's like, wow, that's crazy. So, so
it really helps the video. It really helps the video after it's done to leave a comment for Steve or any of us. Like if you watch our videos, it really helps to leave a comment.
Dylan,
yes.
Thank you. Like, here's the thing: we all have sense of humor. We got you. So
thank
you. I appreciate
Steve,
you.
I might have made a promise if we got to 50 likes that you'd have some mayo.
What?
Wait a minute.
Wait, 50 likes for mayo? Wait a second. Dude, I said that if I was going to do this, it was going to be for something like $50.
You guys in chat made my night. I did not expect to see Steve. I had to pay $50 to have this guy eat mayo. You guys are rock and roll.
Oh God!
This is amazing, Steve. Full screen it, baby. Come on.
I don't want to see it at all.
Beautiful.
Full screen it.
How am I paying for somebody else's?
52 now. 52 now.
Dude, I see it. Hold
suffer
on.
For your art. Suffer for your art, baby. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Look at this sexy man. This sexy man. Look at him.
Right, 52 likes. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Don't make any promise. The only promise I will take next time is $100 in super chats. I'll eat another mayo packet. All right, there we go.
Well, I think we got that tonight too, thanks to your generous chat.
Right in the mouth.
We were pretty close. All right.
Wow.
Oh God, I can't.
This is your favorite condiment, Steve. This is your favorite condiment. That's why I sent you a box of 100 of those.
This is hold on. I gotta get some water first.
Steve,
look at this guy.
You don't have to do this.
I have to do it. I'm a man of my word, even if you are my word.
I didn't promise.
We didn't get to 50.
It's not what we promised.
It's okay. Chad is ready for it now. It was promised. I saw it. I'm amazed we got to 50. So thank you so much. So,
Sensei Matt says you're gonna put on a Mayo Clinic, baby.
Here we go. Oh God.
Staple Bowl. Sorry.
England.
Now some ketchup. Now some ketchup.
Thank you so much, Prophet of the Dragon. Thank you so much, chat. This is if you don't know the inside joke, Steve hates mayonnaise. He hates mayonnaise.
I'm guessing it's lukewarm too.
It's just sitting in a box down there, man.
You're welcome. I know what to get you for Christmas now. More. Yeah.
Miracle Whip.
Oh, that's worse.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
You guys are awesome.
God, you guys are awesome.
Have a good night, everybody.
Foo-foo. You guys are awesome. Next
tomorrow.
Friday for sure. Go ahead.
Stream tomorrow on my channel. So if you haven't checked it out, I had one final hurrah. Well, not final hurrah, but one hurrah with Pips. We go quite a bit into Wheel of Time. So check out that stream that was last week's called Chilporial. Tomorrow it's going to be another one, and it's going to feature Match Attack Mags. So we're going to be talking Final Fantasy and
cool
and games and Sailor Moon anime and whatever, and who knows where the conversation will go. And we're going to be drinking some bourbon.
Because I have to go here, but if you don't know the mayo lore, okay, I detest mayonnaise. Okay, I hate it. So Chris, this is how long has it been sitting? I have a box.
Couple months.
6 months.
Salty
Christmas
sent me this box of mayonnaise. There are some shorts of me destroying packets of it, but I have a full box of mayonnaise because, as a joke, And then the one time I stupidly said that I would eat one straight if I got, what was it, 10 memberships or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Salty goes and just buys 10 memberships right away. And I had to,
all I do is give. That's all I do.
So if you don't know the Mayo lore, now you know the Mayo lore. I will probably be getting sick later tonight, but you know what? It's worth it. I love you guys. 53 likes. We're going to be here next Wednesday. There's going to be a lot more. Check out everybody here. Check out Emporio tomorrow. Check out Nathan's new stuff. Check out Salty's awesome stream with Disparu. There's going to be more on his channel to come. We're going to get our shit straight for when the show comes out because we'll be doing live stuff everywhere. So thank you all for being here.
Expect some book reviews for the first 3 books coming from me right before the season comes out. So
Salty is an evil genius. So thank you guys. Love you, and we will see you next time.
Leave a comment.
All hail the Lord Dragon.
Stay in your
comment on the way out.